the state
Ah, yeah.
first. Yes, Dakusena, who will be representing Jharkhand, will be on the blue side, and ROO Esports, that is going to be the Revenge of Others Esports, who will be representing Tripura. They will be on the red side. I am your host Numi, and as you can see on the caster's desk, we have the one and only Giga Chad Itami and Solski. Hello, Itami and Solski. So, what do you think about these two teams going up against each other, Itami?
Thank you for that welcome, Numi. And yep, we are back onto the Northeast Cup, second last day. So Dakusena going up against Team ROO. Both of these teams are onto the seventh as well as onto the eighth position. So in terms of the points, Team Tripura are ahead, a point ahead from Team Dakusena. They are on 4 points. Meanwhile, Team DS are on to the third point. So if Dakusena actually manages to win this series, then they will be taking Tripura's spot onto the seventh spot or maybe onto the sixth spot, depending upon the later performance of the rest of the teams. So both of these teams have faced other previously too, and it was actually Team ROO who actually managed to beat Dakusena back then. But if Team Dakusena actually comes up with a strategy this time, then maybe they might be able to pull up a clean sweep or maybe even a competition to Team ROO.
Well, that is true, Itami. And Solski, you have heard Itami say ROO Esports and Dakusena, they have went against each other, and ROO did take the win. So, what do you have to say about that, Solski? Do you think Dakusena has learned something from that defeat?
I mean, if you look at it in the Takusina perspective, obviously they will love to win this match and get secure the place, as Tami mentioned, the sixth or seventh place. But I think today is the game decider for pretty much, I think, three, four teams for today, because this round nine will decide which team will have the top four spot in the LAN tournament. And obviously, there's tomorrow's round also. But today there is going to be a very exciting matches between all the teams. But today the match number one, which we are gonna cast, is between, as you said, Takusina and versus Revenge of Others. Yesterday we saw Revenge of Others pulling out a backdoor against Dads and Sons, and that was very fun match to watch. So maybe they pull out another backdoor against Takusina also. And as you said, that maybe Dakusina have learned from the mistakes. Obviously, they would have learned from the mistakes, but Team Revenge of Others are also evolving. We saw that in the day yesterday's game also, that how they evolved during the match. They actually improvised the strategy of the enemy and got the victory of the second match. So they will have to also look for Revenge of Others, that how they're evolving. So it's going to be a 50-50 for both the teams, as for every team it is a 50-50. So I think let's just see what happens in the game. There will be no predictions from my side for now.
Well, that is true. I mean, ROV Esports, they are kind of like the underdogs in this tournament. RO Esports, they have been doing so well in this tournament. They have beaten many known teams, like I cannot mention who they are. I mean, I don't know who they are, but I have seen them beating many known teams. Like yesterday, Dads and Sons, they were one of the most known teams, but then in the recent in the Swiss bracket, they have been on a lot of losing streak. So I don't really know
Anjuro.
if that. So Itami, before we get on to the draft, what do you think the possible bans are going to be? Because this new patch, we have seen a lot of heroes getting banned and nerfed. So what do you think, Itami?
Three heroes I'm going to mention, like previously, as well as seeing the matches onto this Northeast Cup, that is going to be the Chip, Jushin, and the Suyo. These three are the heroes that have been mostly prioritized or either banned. So if they are not banned, definitely one of the teams are going to be picking it. Khalid and Gatur Kacha were also options, but still, they had got the recent adjustment. So that is one of the reasons why they are kind of nerfed. Like they are not prioritized onto the ban sections, but if they are open, so they are like a safe pick kind of a hero. So there are plenty of like possibilities, because the Fanny can also be one of the major bans, because we did see Super Van using up that Fanny, how good he is with that Fanny, and It literally took Doom to use that Hanzo last night in order to like delay his purple buff, like take his purple buff. He was able to take it once or twice, but still, Van's Fanny is really good. So maybe from the side of Team DS, and they might target out the Fanny ban as well.
Well, that is true. I mean, Fanny was also like buffed in this new patch, and let's not forget about Hilda. Hilda is also been flexing around in this tournament a lot, and Hilda was also kind of buffed. So, what do you think about that, Soski? What do you think about this Hilda, like pick or ban?
I mean, now Hilda has become the previous, the OP Khalid or slash Fredo, because Hilda, after that recent buff she received, that's massive buff for Hilda players out there. And with the power of fitness and the passive she has, if Hilda is running to a bush with a 0.1% HP, you shouldn't go to that bush, because that's going to be a one hell of a fight. Even a 0.1% HP health hero, like obviously the Hilda with her passive, can get regen up to 20% HP, and she can even kill you because she has a lot of damage. If you buy certain items, just need one item for the damage for Hilda, that's going to be the Heptasis, Blade of Heptasis. And it gives you the passive of the Heptasis, the ambush one, and the penetration, slight munition it also has. And combine it with Hilda's combination of the ultimate, the power of wildness, and with the stuns coming in from the Hilda consecutively, plus the so slow, can be very very detrimental towards either of the teams. But there's a negative sides of Hilda also, because she is a single target hero. So I think zoning can be a little problem for Hilda, but that can be capitalized or maybe countered by just focusing on the damage dealers. So that's the proper play style, in my opinion, of the Hilda should be. So that's why I think people now should be looking for banning Hilda or getting Hilda first in the first phase of the draft, as you mentioned. We will be really moving soon into the drafting phase also. So now my question to Numi, you, like, do you think, like, so just give me some heroes that you think should be banned but are not banned from either of the teams, like what you have observed for now.
Well, what have I observed till now? The hero that should have been banned, but they are not being banned. I think it's going to be something like wait, let me think, because there are a lot of heroes like Sicilian. Like Sicilian has a lot of damage in that late game, so I mean, I feel like Sicilian should be banned or picked either way. But anyways, looks like the draft has started. So Itami and Solski, please do take it away. And I want to see a Sicilian pick.
All right, Numi, thank you for that wonderful hosting that you always does. And I think Chad is going crazy for Numi slash Nume, or I don't know, whatever, like how many names she has. But yep, she is a wonderful, cheerful person, and we also we know why people like Numi, because we just saw how she talks. Obviously, who wouldn't like Numi? So now, just let's focus on the game, because this time going to be DS slash who is representing Jharkhand versus Tripura. Revenge of others, the underdogs of this team, sorry, of this tournament, and are providing, proving themselves in this tournament, where because they have been winning so far, I think from past 2 3 days, or just 2 days. So let's see what Tripura is gonna cook here, as so Soul Sky will be your play-by-play caster, and guess who is our color casters, guys? And I will give him the spotlight because he's none other than Jojo slash the Jawline God, Itami, bro. Please, just give me the analysis of the draft for now. I mean, what do you think should be banned?
Regular bans, yep, the bans I mentioned onto the casting decks, the regular bans that are the Suyo followed by the chip. So I am expecting maybe a Jushin ban coming up, or maybe even a Fanny from the side of Team Rakusena. But one thing I did notice, like I did notice about Team DS is like their jungler Zogai is a global Hayabusa leaderboard holder. So there is a possibility that they might go for the higher pick as well. But as expected, Super Van can use the Fanny quite well too. So Team DS are quite aware of that, seeing that they have decided to go out for the ban onto the Fanny. So expected bans, I would say, by far, no orthodox kind of ban, like no signature hero kind of a ban. These are the heroes which are doing really well onto this meta. So these bans are quite expected, I would say, followed by the Matilda too.
Yes, and people usually don't ban Matilda because, but I personally think Matilda is a ban material. Not like I'm also objectifying something, but she is, ban worthy hero because especially with the circling Ethan and the guiding winds. I don't know. Sometimes I even lose the track from where my enemies are coming from because how Matilda gameplay is, you just go in alpha. Suppose you are playing alpha, the Bane, who doesn't have a lot of disengage. You can just rely on your Matilda as a roam, and synergy all should be there, and you have the most unstoppable, not unstoppable, but most kind of a annoying draft I would say to face against. So good ban Matilda, and look at that. All the way from China, Jackie Chan of this land of Dawn is banned here. That's going to be the show. And let's just see what the last ban is gonna be here from side Tripura. And I suppose in this match number one, game one best of three series, blue side is the Dakusina, Jharkhand. So they will be getting the first pick. And now we have come to the first pick point of view. I'm gonna ask you, Tami, like what should they prioritize right now?
Looking at the ban phase, the Jushin is yet to be banned, so maybe a Jushin first pick might be happening. But coming back to that Matilda point, and yep, that is going to be the Jushin getting banned out. Matilda can not only just provide vision, but onto the early phases, she has some decent amount of damage too. Like she is a support assassin, so she can deal some decent amount of damage, not that much, but able to like enough damage to be able to securing those low HP kills, as well as she can provide that vision, and because of her wind she can make those executions and retreat as well. So a Matilda ban is really valid if you have planned to pick out a utility jungler like the Alpha, or even there are other options like the Akai, the Fredrin too, coming back to the meta. So there are plenty options.
Jinx. So, as you said, Fredrin coming back to the meta, the Jinx hero, but look at that, just the opposite of. Okay, I thought that Fredrin got some dieting and he's really cut down his
Oh
weight,
my
but that's
god,
going
okay.
to be the. Should I say it? Should I say it in a crucifix voice? Okay, I will say it. Papi Papi Boom will be picked by Dakusena here by Jharkhand, and they are going for maybe some Angela combo. Fredrin might get up here from the side of Team Jharkhand, but let's see how Tripura will react or will consciously take actions against this Angela pick. They might be thinking that they're gonna for Alice pick if they haven't banned Dunox. So maybe they will are thinking of banning Dunox in the second phase of the draft. So many possibilities are there. So I love the fact that they have picked Angela right now because there can be a lot of combinations, and you can confuse your enemy like what they will pick. So they will go be going for that alpha. They're relying on that alpha for the true damage. Even if the Alice comes up from Team Jharkhand, they can suffocate Alice like in the mid game part and the early game also because Alice is kind of a weak in early game to counteract that early game composition from the Alice, like the counteract the early game potential of your team. You can pick some mages also. Let's just see what how Team Jharkhand is gonna pick here because the Alpha is up, the Hilda is up, and look at that.
Oh,
That's going to be the Jinx, his hero, the Fredrin, the Chad of the Chad. I think Itami, he's not that much of a Chad because you are the greatest Chad of the Chad. But yep, I love this Eve pick, man. I love this Eve pick. What do you have to say about the draft so far?
Dakusena might have actually done their homework onto this. That Angela pick was quite unexpected, I would say, considering that was the first pick for the side of Team DS, and going out for the Angela and giving out the Alpha and the Hilda, but they have the response for that, followed by the Fredrin and the Eve. Eve combined with the glowing and the Ice Queen one can actually melt down that utility kind of a jungler, which is that Alpha. So that real world manipulation damage is actually going to hurt. So a Eve pick right here is a really good pick, but that Valentina to copy that real world manipulation quite can be quite well as well. She can also copy that hard guard from that Angela too. So the gold laner as well as maybe the EXP laner. Yeah, the EXP laner is yet to be picked from the side of DS. So if an initiator kind of an ultimate kind of hero comes up from the side of Team DS, so Valentina might be the perfect response for that. And looking at the second ban phase, that Hylos is a flex pick. He can be played onto the EXP, also onto the room. So a valid pick, I would say. Not a valid pick, but a valid ban actually.
I see, I see. The Rafaela? Yeah. Okay. So do you think, did you say the valid ban is for the Rafaela also?
Yup, and they have like RO have the utility jungler too. So uh, going for the Rafaela ban is
Mm-hmm.
okay as well because she can provide that heals and she can slow down her enemies too. So Rafaela combined with the Alpha is quite good. If you don't have the Matilda, so the go to picks for that Alpha can be that Angela, can be Rafaela, and even maybe the Florin. But I haven't seen Florin getting picked up much onto this Northeast Cup at least.
Yep, exactly. But let's just see. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So the Erithel ban, I know we just saw yesterday how Erithel was providing a lot of dividends after just few itemization. Just just you just need the Berserker Fury, some Bears Wind Talker with her, some go for the new item, the Malefic Gun with her. So she can now provide a lot of dividends to the in team fight also. In just you just need the mid game fight, I would say, was the post early game, the the after the first turtle, I would say. But you know that now the team Tripura has the first pick in the second phase of the draft. They have banned marksman and a roamer, or maybe the potential EXP laner for the side of Team Jharkhand. So they are gonna go for this get out Casa. And now they have the Valentina to copy real world manipulation, and I suppose she will just copy that only, not the hard guard of the Angela. And where the combined combination of AOG, they can actually choke down Team Jharkhand right now, because with this AOG can be used to zone out perfectly, and they want, if they can direct enemy in their own area of real world manipulation, they can track close, just what do you surround the enemy and sandwich them, and then they can kill them also. But let's just see how they're gonna work it out. If they work it like the way I talked right now, that can be very beneficial, or maybe just say that this can provide a lot of dividends to Team Tripura. But now the CC pick is up against Ketot Kasa and Neaton. Okay, to counter this Nathan, we got a Neeraj Chopra of our own. That's going to be the Moscow. Now I think the draft is pretty stacked up from both the side, but I think Tripura might be having an upper hand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not right. Right? What do you have to say, Tami?
I will say, both of the drafts looking quite balanced, like both of the drafts looking quite strong. So it depends more
Mm-hmm.
upon the execution coming up from the both of the side of these teams because the draft is pretty solid. Like it's actually solid. So they both, instead of going for that assassin kind of a jungler, they both went out for the utility kind of a jungler. So, they will have that aggression coming up from them. They will be able to tank those damage and they will be having but this time it will be actually Team Dakusena having that support for that heals and Boyko, I guess the rumor from the side of Team Impunity, not Impunity, ROO, will be that Hilda. So I guess we are going on to the game, but we are seeing some kind of technical difficulties. So we are going back onto the game anytime soon. But anyways, coming back to the casters text for now. Numi, are you there? And if you are there, then please give us your thoughts regarding the draft.
Mike, just I think Numi is right now not here, so I think we will just talk about not about ourselves, but for the about the game. And to the viewers also, I will take just a brief moment. I think this pause is just for you viewers to thank you for coming in and join us for this game, match number one, game one of the best of three series between Team Jharkhand versus Team Tripura. Team Jharkhand representatives are Daku Sena, and the Tripura representatives are going to be the revenge of others, whom people call the underdog of this NEC. So this game is going to pretty much exciting. Not pretty much, it is going to be exciting because we just saw how they pull off a backdoor yesterday against Dads and Son Team Tripura. Will Team Dakusina knows how to counteract that kind of strategy, which when they evolve during the game. And we will have to see how Dakusina cook in this game, how Team Tripura, the Team Revenge over us, is gonna cook in this game. So until then, please like, share, subscribe the stream. See in the description box. Join us in the Discord for the recent update of this tournament. Join the WhatsApp community. Join everything you find in the description below. I think we'll be moving on to the game real soon. And I think Numi has joined us. Numi. Are you there? So if you are there, just some brief opinion about the draft, and to the viewers also, like what do you want to say about to the viewers and to the and about the game? Sorry.
Numi, are you there?
I don't think
Oh,
so. Numi is here, but I think we will be moving to the game number one of this best of three series between Team Jharkhand. That's going to be the Dakusina on the blue side, red side, Team Tripura. Going to be the revenge of others. Alpha Jungler versus the Chad Junglers. Going to be the Fredrin. Both the teams will start with a standard rotation, but I love the fact they are focusing on the blue buff right away in the 30-second mark in the game. They are focusing, let our absolute cinema take the blue buff, get to the level advantage against Alpha Jungler, because Alpha kind of have a better jungler player. So I love the fact that they have done this leeching for this Fredrin, and Fredrin might hit the level 4 mark simultaneously as the Alpha heads that level 4 mark. But let's just see what is going to be in either of the lanes. And if we see the mid point of view, Yamraj has the upper advantage in clearing the mid lane, and he has the advantage to roam around the map quickly. We just have to wait and watch which side will no not which side of the map they will be the first team fight. What do you think, Itami?
both of these teams, for now, at least they are just focusing more onto their objectives, trying to get that level 4 as soon as possible. Aitatsu looking quite low, but he will be able to escape. There is no proper initiation right now for the side of
Alpha,
Team RO. And yep,
look.
Act Alpha. Okay, he is just trying to get some visions onto there. Absolute Cinema. Absolute Cinema is also level 4 actually. So I guess they will just be focusing more onto their turtle, but a team fight might be coming up. Okay.
No, I don't
For
think
now,
so. For now,
yeah.
they are teasing you a lot, brother. They are teasing you. But we
Oh,
can
the
see in the
flicker!
gold lane, we can see in the gold lane that's going to be the first blood in the gold lane side, and the flicker has been used from Bakimat, as you point out, Itami. And now the first turtle is up. Let's just see it. Will Absolute Cinema will take advantage of that first kill, because Moscow is in the gold lane, so it will not have that much of an impact in this first turtle fight. Real manipulation has been taken by the Valentina also, but the real world manipulation will be popping off from the E, but Hilda will be going back, and I think that's a get to it. Casa going for that Eve, but nobody holds there. That's a zoning coming in from the Hilda. Precious Wrath, real world manipulation of Valentina of her own, will be eating the damage from the Yo-Yo Blades, and I think this time Absolute Cinema will have to face. Okay, he will not face any death for now. That's one for one score line. And he will get taken down in this first fight. The fight is not over because they are going in to fight against Hilda, but Hilda will be sustaining a lot. Not enough damage. But look at the Alpha trying to sneak up that blue buff, and he will be successful in doing so, I suppose.
Yep, and the turtle actually being okay, that was a one for one trade, but I'm having kind of a technical difficulties, maybe because my screen is kind of frozen up. So Solski, I'll be back as soon as possible, please.
All right, brother. All right. No, no, it doesn't like. I will be cover up for you. It's my honor to cover up for you because you are our chat. But I think that first turtle, not I think, but that first turtle went towards the team Jagan. But I think I would say it was a 50-50 fight for both the sides. They lost the gold turret shield in top lane. So that's actually beneficial for the gold laner, and they are actually leading in gold. In gold, I think it's approx 600. That's the AOG connecting to no people, but a good try coming in from the faker right there. And now this time they will be disengaging. And as I was saying, the gold individual gold defense, that the gold shield will be providing a lot of gold to the Nathan, and he will just go for that. Here's okay, but we can see in the bottom lane that's going to be the power of whiteness, and the Borex is there for the alpha with that kill. And they are maybe focusing on the bottom lane gold sheet right now. And yep, and Baki Mard will get his first item that's going to corrosion side. That's a good vision coming in from the Boyko. And okay, good. The gold shield is actually safe of the bottom lane. They just need to make their gold shield safe for a few seconds, and the gold shield will disappear. But we can see the next turtle fight is going to be up in just matter of a second. Ito has the advantage because she has copied the ult of this Eve, but we can see the itemization right there. Eve is going for that anti-heal, and I think Valentina is also going for that anti-heal. I love the fact they are going for the anti-heal also. But let's just focus on the turtle because this time the
Turtle,
real
turtle.
manipulation will be popping off right there. And Boyko will be zoning up at the AOG connecting to just Eve right now. Yamraj will have to force back. Okay, that's going to be the absolute seamless cinema going in with the hard guard of the Angela taunting the okay, the wrong people was taunted there, but that's going to be the end for that absolute cinema. Curtain call is there, Yo-Yo Blitz is also there. Make and see, maybe one gets taken down here from the damage coming in from the Nathan and the Jazz right there. Ito might get taken down here. Ito will have to flicker. Will she be able to fall back for now? Yes, she will be able to fall back, but that's a very dangerous spot to be in. But that's a good sneak turret coming in from the bottom line from the side of Team Red. That's going to be the ROO.
Yep, and they got quite the treats as well as the turtle, and that Fredrin falling down can be quite advantageous for the side of Team RO. Bakimard is trying to land some hits onto that mid lane tower as well. Jazz was trying to get some vision, but team fight might come up on top. But Nathan is able to get that tower at least. So in terms of the tower and that objectives, Team ROO are quite equal, but it is still Team DS with quite a slight of a goal lead for now. And if a really good execution comes up from the side of Team ROO, then maybe they will have that goal lead for themselves too this time, Solski.
Yep, exactly. But so far, so far, gold lead is actually equal. I'm loving that both the teams are going toe to toe, head to head, par to par with all what they have. They can provide in this random dawn for now in this battlefield, and I would like to see some itemization because I was seeing that now the level advantage is going towards Baki Marth. He is level 9. He has bought the corrosion scythe. He's just rushing for the DHS maybe. And if I see their Stallium scythe, the Feather of Heavens is also there. So I think now Nathan has that kind of core damage we just saw in the second turtle fight. Let's just see the okay, he is not going for okay, he will just go for the golden staff. He is going for DHS later. But now he has the golden staff. And Vorex has been built by the CC. So let's just see what will happen in this third. But that's a good rush of the turtle. They didn't even flinch and they got the turtle right now. But the real one manipulation of both the peoples are there, Valentina and Eva of their own. That's going to a purify or not revitalize. Sorry, revitalize coming in from Faker. That's AOG connecting to I think two people right there. But nobody will get taken down for now. And I think they are not done. They will be taking more fights. No, they will be disengaging. Good call from both the teams. Score line is equal. Goal difference is a prox of prox equal. What a game it is going on, brother Itami.
Definitely, but the Spear of Destruction this time onto Jazz, and Jazz with almost getting down the Alpha Charge also coming up, but that hard guard from that Angela able to save that CC's life for now. It was actually baited out, but that follow up was actually good from the side of Team RO, almost getting taken down, but still, the execution still not being up to the point for the side of Team ROO. So maybe if that CC as well as Angela was taken down, then they might have had some kind of an advantage, but still the goal lead is quite kind of equal. The objectives, in terms of the objectives, it is Team DS right now. For now, they have the tower, at least one tower advantage, and the Lord about to be spawning onto the next 50 seconds. They are playing it quite in a disciplined way. They are not actually overextending any team fights, which is quite worth to watch, I would say, because they are not over initiating means that they are aware of the consequences. Like if they actually fell off, then they will be immediately throwing that goal lead as well as those tower objectives too.
Yep, exactly. Now the first turtle, sorry, not the first turtle, the first elemental lord is going to be up in just 25 second mark. And let's just see. I think they will go for one pick off either both of the teams, and let's just see who that pick off will be. And I think they will be focusing on that mid lane. But that Yamaraj is there. I love the fact they have gone for the Eve. Not just Valentina is kind of a problem. Valentina's own real manipulation is kind of a problem, but there is a lot of slow coming in from the Eve. If she has got that Ice Queen one, that's going to be a lot of slow to face again, and that's very detrimental towards team revenge of others. But they are just focusing on the Eve also, the Ghetto. He's just jumping on that Eve like it's his prey. So they are counting Eve really well in team fight. But let's just see. I think they will be going for that sneaky lord or not. Okay, in the top lane we can see a skirmish between Moscow and the CCC. But there is a hard guard warning to the Baki Mard, and Baki Mard will Mard nahi, Baki Mard will go back. And now the lord is quite a low. Will the both the okay? That's a good taunt, right? The river manipulation will pop off, but a good taunt coming in from the Faker, zoning out the Fredrin, and not let Fredrin able to do the retribution right there, but the At what cost, brother? At what cost? You will get taken down here. Get out, Casa will get taken down here. DHS has been popped off from the Maki mod right now. Will he join a team fight with his spirit? Okay, he doesn't have the spirit of destruction, but we can see a skirmish going in the mid lane. There will be a sneak top lane turret for the Moscow for his team, and he will take down one turret on the top lane. That's going to be tier one turret. That's the alpha charge. But the power of fineness is also there. But look at the Nathan's damage. Now he's actually pinching them, and he's going to hurt now because he has got his gem right now.
Absolutely. And even though Team RO were the ones actually getting the loss a lot for themselves, but still it was not quite worth it for them. And okay, almost initiation coming up. Yamraj might be taken down, but
Look,
onto the mid side they are focusing. AOG connecting onto Eve.
That's what I was saying.
He
Faker is just marking Eve. With that AOGs, he's always marking that Eve, but the spear of destruction was used, misses with the target. But look at that mega kill coming in from the Nathan. Nathan is gonna hurt now because he has got his core items. Let's just see how they will counter. But that's a good taunt. But look at that, they're taking a lot of damage from that Moscow. He has spotted DHS. Remember, guys, he's gonna hurt also. But that's a curtain call to two people. That's going to be the Hilda and the Moscow. Hilda will get taken down. Moscow is quite low. Moscow will fall back for now. They are pushing the mid lane, but Absolute Cinema is kind of a low right now. He's just getting melted too quickly. But there's a Winter Ground has been bought by the maybe one for some kind of a gameplay. I don't know which gameplay he will pull off, but let's just see and wait. Okay, that's a funny Valentine going for that sneak kill, but will be failing to do so. And I think that's a good defense coming in from the side of DS. And now the gold lead is actually not that a lot, but look at the
oh
Jazz
Bakimod.
getting spun. AOJ is also there. The hard guard will popped off, but nobody holds there. But because they will get taken down, it was 3v2. Jazz getting caught off guard and will be facing the consequences of it.
Definitely. And look at Nathan just using his entropy in order to get that tower down, and he will be able to do so for now. Like they bought enough time, at least onto the top. Bakimad might be taken down. Absolute Cinema coming up with that stun, but it won't be connecting. Bakimad actually being forced out to use that flicker too. So, in terms of the objectives, Team DS might be quite the leading team for now. But the entropy coming up, another play might come up. Fredrin coming up with that stun, but not connecting on to nobody. That nobody holds. Bakimad might be taken down. The hard guard actually be used out by that Angela too. So quite a waste of resources if they are able to escape.
This is a very crucial team fight, but look at the maybe one going in, but now the Winter Crown will be popped off. Remember, the real one manipulation is still there, and the Yamra, okay, never mind, that's Faker. Maybe one is quite low, maybe one will be focusing to the backside. Yep, he will be going to the backside because he is quite low. He will be going to the base for now, but there is a sneak turret in the bottom lane side. Objective wise, both the teams are playing real good, but I think inhibitors might get fallen down off the bottom lane, but the Lord will be secure, and I think that's going to be the Luminous Lord. But look at that Boyko taking the advantage, like doing whatever he can in this given situation. Beautifully played by Team ROO, by the Hilda right there. And I think the first Lord will go towards the team. Not I think, but it will go towards the team DS. I would like to see the itemization so far, so forth, because now it's going 30 minutes mark. So tell me, what do you think of the items?
Itemization is why I guess it is team ROO which have quite of the advantage in terms of getting more of that core items. Angela
Mm-hmm.
combined with that flask of the OSS and the fleeting time can be like she can be providing those heals, but she doesn't have that much of defense. So she will be quite vulnerable like the marksman and the mage onto this game. So she won't have that much of a defense. So he needs to play it out quite safe. Her hard guard will be quite contributing, but still it won't actually able to be saving her life. And in terms of the initiation, she can be playing as a frontliner for now at least.
Yeah, but that's going to be then entropy play coming in. Maybe one is in a very uncomfortable position and will be facing the consequences of it. It's a slight over push coming in from the maybe one, and he will be paying the price for it. But look at that. I think Team DS is hungry and they are hungry for more. But there, look at the Valentina zone real manipulation of the Yamaraj of his own. He waited for that Get Out Caster's ultimate. He's learning right now and he's learning good. And he will be securing, not he will not, his team will be securing one kill for now. And that's going to be the Faker, I suppose. And two people are down of Team ROO, and Team ROO losing their momentum right now. Even though they have pretty much equal in terms of the turret. They are actually ahead two turrets for now. Now the one turret, because the mid lane, mid tier two turret is down. But I think they will be focusing on the mid tier one turret. Sorry, inhibited turret also. Look at that. This appraiser's web, no, not enough damage because he was not using that appraiser's web carefully, usefully. I mean, not carefully, but the useful appraiser's web is only when you have quite a low HP and your, the black bar is kind of full, and not the full or just half. So now I would like to know the fact, because the itemization of the Fredrin. If he wants to be very useful in the team fight, I think he got to build something for Moscow, because he's getting melted quickly by the DHS of the Moscow. So because now you can't do anything about the alpha. Okay, so I think blade armor might be good here, or yeah, because to sustain a little bit in the team fight, and you can use your appraisers very very usefully if you have that kind of a sustain when you have the blade armor, if I'm not wrong, but
I
obviously.
Yeah, I do agree with you onto that because, for that marksman, attack speed kind of marksman, blade armor is one of the
Mhm.
items that is mostly used for the defense. So, going for the blade armor will be quite okay, but he can be combining it with the immortality too. With that, for that extra shield, he got the guardian helmet to actually come out after that team fight. He will be getting those heals for that HP, but the Lord already being spawned, and this time it will be Team DS contesting for that Lord first. They are trying to get that visions as much as possible for now, but they will be disengaging too, considering they don't have all of the members like onto the Lord lane. So Moskov, if he doesn't land his SOD in one of the members from the side of Team DS, he won't be able to teleport. But the play coming up,
Okay,
Jazz
but
was
that's a good
actually
lot.
able to, yep,
Hmm. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Jazz was actually able to.
yeah,
So
actually the Lord getting secured from the side of Team DS.
hmm I was just pointing out, the Baki Mard was actually killing that CC on her vengeance, and he was quite low. If he would have proceeded with one or two hits more, he could have died there. But yep, that's a good call not to attack. I don't know what he was thinking, but Jazz is actually good in zoning. He actually made two people come bot just for him, and there was obviously the hard guard to protect him. So beautifully played by the draft they have right now in the current, like in this game number one. I think they are using their draft absolute to their full potential. I'm not seeing any shortcoming from the side of Team DS. However, also Team ROO doing the best of their abilities in terms of draft wise, but I think they can still pull off a good gameplay if the Faker focuses again on the Yamraj, and Hilda, kill the Eve, or just focus on this funny Valentine so they can fight in the team fight carefully. But we can see another team fight, maybe possible. Entropy is there, but the Faker will be quite low. Curtain call is there to two people of that's going to be Valentina and the Faker himself. But Faker will get down, and look at this chat. He's just going in real world manipulation of the Valentina of her own. Two people will be getting stunned by that alpha chart, but look at the alpha. He's quite low. SOD is there. Monster kill coming in from the Nathan. Nathan is going to hurt, and he's hurting like a truck, because look at that damage. He's just melting. Whether you are a tank, whether you are a mage, he's gonna melt you all because he got his items right now, and he's providing a lot of dividends. Meanwhile, the Moscow's trying to trying to dash out damage, but he's getting out position everywhere because there's a lot of drivers to the Moscow. But look at that. There's are focusing on the base. Look at the Moscow. Baki Mart going for that kill. Okay, that's a good alpha charge right there. And stunning two people. Moscow will be carefully utilizing that opportunity of opportunity of window of opportunity. I just say it backwards. So yep, that's going to be it for the team fight. And this time, Team ROO really defended really well that this Lord fight. What do you have to say, Tami? And I think Itami is facing kind of some issues. So guys, I'm sorry, you have to bear with me. And looking at the itemization, shout out to my boy, my streamer. So now he has bought the. I was just waiting for this blade armor. That's why he was so sustainable in this past previous team. But look at that SOD. But that's a good winter ground gaming. But look at that, Hilda was there as I was thinking that she should go. But now the tables has been turned. This will be a no you card coming in from the Valentina's team, going towards game number one, going towards Team Tripura right now. ROO, Revenge of Others, is taking revenge from Dakusina, and I don't know who is the other, so I will not be addressing that question. So, Itami, brother, are you there? What do you have to say about this wonderful table stunt no you card pull off by Team Revenge of Others? Okay, never mind, guys. I think Itam is kind of a lagging, but we can see that that was a perfect no you card. Funny Valentine just died one time in this game from that alpha charge to two people. That Funny Valentine and the Cinema getting alpha charge and in that crucial team fight, and Moscow taking the advantage with his spear of misery and with his passive. SOD was on point just in the later part of the game. That was a good winter ground in the last team fight from Yamraj, but Yamraj couldn't. Winter ground is just for 1 second. How will you deal with the Hilda? Then the AOG that follow up. That's what I was talking about. That's a good utilization of your draft, and you have drafted really well, and you use your draft to full potential. This is what happens. You can change the tide of the game towards your side, and you can win the game number one best of three series. But this time, we will. This time it's the best of three series, not this time, but yep, this is the best of three series. The game isn't over for DS. They have still one more chance, but let's just see what is gonna happen. As far as the data as we can see, look at the Funny Valentine's damage. 100% team fight participation, 31% damage, and approx 70% turret damage. It's a lot. It's a lot. Now we'll be going towards Numi right now. What she has in her mind with this no you card pull off by Team Revenge of Others right now in this game number one?
Well, my oh my, what an exciting match that was, Solsky, or I could say Solsky. The drafts coming in from ROO Esports, that was so good. I mean, they had that Hilda. Hilda has been nerfed, we already mentioned before we started the draft. And they had that Gato, or I could say Gato Gacha. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And then they had that Valentina, and RO Esports, they could easily take that Angela's hard guard and Eve's kill box, which would be so helpful in team fights. And with Angela's hard guard, it would help that Gato or that Hilda in engaging team fights so much. I mean, I gotta say it, RO Esports, they have one of the best draft. I mean, who could have thought? They got both that Hilda and that Valentina, and I'm so impressed by RO Esports draft. So Itami, do you have anything more to say if you are here with us?
So sorry, people, for that lag, and I'm so sorry to Solskjaer as well. So,
It's
anyways,
fine, man. Just say it, brother. What do you want to say?
yeah,
I think you have a lot to say right now.
I mean that defense coming up from the side of Team RO was absolutely amazing to that crystal. Like they were able to defend it, they were able to buy some time, and as soon as Team DS started using losing the members, then directly Team RO went for that base, and they were actually able to pull up a revenge kind of a gameplay, and they actually secured that victory for themselves.
Yep, exactly. And that last pair of destruction was cherry on the cake because we just saw how it connected to Eve, and after that Eve was forced to use her winter crown. But with that winter crown there comes a disadvantage. You can't displace yourself with the winter crown. You will get stunned from the AOG. AOG was on point, stunning the Eve and follow up coming from the Hilda, and that's how you use your draft to full potential. I love the fact that they did that in the later parts of the game and secured the victory. The no you card, Uno reverse, whatever you want to call it. Oh, what a game it was. But I think the game number two is going to be starting real soon. So, Rumi, what are your opinions for game number two?
Well, I mean, like RO Esports and Dakusena, they have went against each other, and RO Esports have won, and they did even win today's first match of the day. But I would like to see Dakusena, kind of do a comeback in the second match, because they have went against RO Esports before, and they are going up against RO Esports even now. So I want to see what they have up their sleeve. So I think the draft is ready. So we will be moving on to the draft. So Itami and Solski, please take it on.
Well, thank you, Numi, again for that wonderful opinion. Sorry, predictions right there. But I think let's just see what Dakusina has have. What do you call it? I forgot the proverb that it was coming in my mind,
Strategy.
but I know never mind that. not the strategy. Have with the sleeve kind of thing. That's a proverb. Just
Oh,
just
oh, oh,
forget
oh,
about
oh.
it. Why we are talking? Yeah, let's just see what they have in their sleeves. Yes, this is what I was saying. I wanted to say. Vitami, thank you for that Giga Chat energy. So, what do you think, Team DS have to do right now to have to do something differently right now? I think last game it was kind of a bad luck for them, I would say, but as well as I would say that's a little overextension that costed them the game number one of the best of three series and the match one of today. What do you think that they need to do differently in this game number two?
I would say the draft was like onto the previous game. The draft was okay for both of these sides. Like they have the utility kind of a composition. But if you ask me, then the execution part was the side for the side of Team DS was the thing that was kind of lacking. And if they are able to work it out, like the draft into the drafting kind of a strategy, DS are doing okay. Like that kind of draft, they will be able to pull it off. But still, I guess the execution part is one of the things, and the overextension. Like if they don't overextend the team fights like that, then maybe Team DS will be pulling it off onto the game number two.
Exactly, exactly. You just spoke my mind here. Wonderful analysis, but let's just see what they will ban in the first banning phase. I think this time Tripura will get the first banning phase, and Team Dakusina will be on the right side this time, and Team Tripura will be on the Revenge of Others on the blue side. And as far I think we are in the drafting phase, let's just talk to our viewers also. I'm seeing every chat. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to the stream, guys. It really means a lot to us. I hope you are enjoying your time here. Grab something, whatever you have beside you, the kurkure, the chips, maybe some homemade, if you are a gym boy like me, some homemade dishes you have, and beside you can eat those as a snack and watch the stream, because you guys are here, you guys make the stream successful. So why not give from my side, it's a very very from our side, okay, me, Itami, from all the management, it's a very very a big thank you that you guys joined us in the stream. But please be here till the last game also. That's my humble request to all of you. And shout out to all of the player all of the members who are in the chat with us. Coming back to the game, they still haven't banned yet. I don't know what they are thinking, Itami. So now let's just have some prediction game. Okay. I predict something, you predict something, whoever wins will get 10 rupees Paytm from you and me. What do you say, brother?
Um, I would say, I don't want to be biased, but starting from that Swiss bracket, I was actually rooting for Team RO because they were the underdogs for this tournament, and they actually managed to win really important games before. But still, they are kind of like they are kind of having a kind of a win streak and kind of a lose streak. That's how it is going. So they are onto the seventh position right now. So maybe if they are able to pull up a clean sweep, and depending upon the how the other matches are going to go, they might actually go a bit higher onto that leaderboard.
Yep, exactly. Now we'll be moving towards the drafting phase. And this time, Faker has the first ban. And, I think we will be coming back to the caster checks or something. But let's just focus on that, the bans for now. I think the previous ban was Fanny coming in from the side of team, what do you call it, Team Dakusina. They saw the yesterday's game how Fanny or the team ROO was playing. Even though she couldn't provide against, I think it was Dakusina, she couldn't provide a lot of kills in the early phase. But after that, she was on a roll of her own. She was slashing, cutting everybody with a cutthroat, with the use of her cables. She was getting the necessary kills. But now they have banned the Hilda. Okay, they picked the Hilda in the last game, but now they have Hilda ban. I think they don't want to play Hilda themselves, and also they don't want to face the Hilda against them. That's why they banned it, if I'm not wrong. So, what do you think, Itami?
Looking at the bans, this time, I guess that Hilda that got picked up from the side of Team ROO was kind of causing trouble to Team DS, or maybe not, but they don't want to give out the Hilda too. So they don't want to pick it out this time as the rumor or even the XP laner. So that might be one of the reasons why they just decided to ban it. And the chip ban is expected like before, and this time, okay, they don't want to deal with that real world manipulation coming up from that Eve as well. They did Heather Valentina in order to copy that real world manipulation with the IMU, the ultimate from her, but still they don't want to deal with it. So going for the Eve ban is quite valid, and maybe this time as well they might be planning out to go for the utility kind of a jungler, but still the Fanny is wide open. So maybe if Team RO gets the first pick, then they might be prioritizing the Fanny after they ban out the Jushin or maybe the Matilda too. And yep, that Matilda is getting banned out onto this game as well.
Yep, exactly. And I love the fact they are banning Matilda, and they also don't want to face Eve. But they countered Eve really well in the last game. I would say just Hilda was not able to give the follow up in the early team fights, but she actually learned from a mistake, and in the later team fight, in the last team fight, and the second last team fight, she gave the follow up to the AOG. She was just marking the Eve, and that's how you use Hilda. And I think Hilda's shortcoming is just because she is just a single target, but that can be countered by having AOE in your team. And that was the AOG Avatar of the Guardian coming in from the Katut Casa, and with the CC and AO damage. If you're talking about the AOE damage, they have that alpha. That alpha charge can actually take how many people with him? I don't know when he fly with the alpha charge, and they were taking this, what do you call it, real manipulation of the Eve. So they had the perfect draft to counter the single targetness of the Hilda. And Dakusina actually countered really well with the CC pick. That curtain call onto the damage dealer was on point. She actually gave the dividends to their teams, and her team followed up real well. So that was a close game for both our team, but a slight luck, I would say, was toward the side of Team Tripura, and also a overextension. But let's just see what they're going to cook in this game, because the mage will be given to both the sides. The Sicilian has entered the battlefield. The Zuxian has entered the battlefield. Both of the mages are pretty famous in the ranking game, in the pro scenario, in this tournament also. Let's just see this battle of the mages, how it will go in the mid lane. But let's just, okay, now the Get Out Casa is there. The three picks will be up real soon from the side of Team Tripura. Itami, bro, what are your predictions right now from for both the sides?
I would say, they left out the Jushin from both of the sides. So Jushin first pick is valid, but for that they are giving out the Sicilian and the Gatut Kacha. And one thing I would like to highlight is team RO actually proceeded to go with the Phobius as well. So if team Jharkhand actually DS doesn't go with that assassin kind of a competition like those heroes which are not dependent more onto the dash, then that Phobius won't be able to contribute as much onto that team fights as he is supposed to. Because if the more the enemy hero uses his dash, the more ultimates that Phobius is going to get. And if he is not able to do that, then maybe Team Tripura might not be able to capitalize as much on 3D EXP as expected.
Yep, exactly. And I think now we are in the second banning phase. And they have gone for again for the Nathan. Nathan actually really played last game really well, and against Moscow. And laning against Moscow is kind of annoying because of his passive. He gets a cooldown by the passive. He has the penetration when he just marks some minions. The after damage comes from the penetration. It's a lot. It's a lot of things to keep in mind when you are laning against Moscow. So Nathan did it really well. He just died that one time with a Spear of Misery and the Alpha Charge combination. So he will look out for this, look out for that in this game number two of the best of three series, match first of the evening. But now the Angela is banned because Angela, they don't even want to give, and they don't even want to take also. So so far so forth, I think Angela Alpha combo kind be very annoying to face against. Plus the Angela, this I personally I phobias, I call him the Dhakka Mukki wala hero in Hindi because he's pretty annoying to face against. And if you pick Minsitar to counter him, I think you are lacking a little bit. What do you call it? Mobile heroes in the HP lane, and Mincy can't gank well, like just like how the Fredrin does. So you have to be careful of the this Phobius. Do you think that Mincy is a good pick against Phobius?
Depends, Minsitar. is one of the heroes. Like he is one of the worst counters for the dashy, like the flashy kind of heroes like Lancelot, Ling, and even the Fanny too. So onto the laning phase, he can go up against that Phobius too, but still he won't be contributing more to that team for so just for dealing that Phobius onto the EXP lane, going out for the Menzitar pick might not really be it. But you know, one thing I did notice from the side of team DS is the Lolita is still open, and the roam position is still open for the side of Team Tripura as well. So maybe to counter that Nathan, to counter his basic attacks, the Lolita might get
Mhm,
picked. So that can be, if
mhm,
that happens, then Nathan will definitely not have a good time onto his lane. Like as soon as he uses his entropy, followed by his basic attack, which is the main damage source for him, won't be like it will be completely deflected. So Lolita is still open. So
mhm.
maybe Team Tripura might decide to go with the Lolita, or maybe Jharkhand will be the one picking out the Lolita for themselves in order to not give it to Team ROO.
Exactly. And the Lolita pick, as you mentioned, now it has come in my mind. Lolita can actually, as you mentioned, block the basic attacks with Newton. She can, I think, also block some like ultimate of the Sicilian, that's the Bat's Feast, and that can be very useful, especially when you're facing against that kind of a damage against Sicilian. And right now, Dakusina has a lot of mid to late game potential. Let's just see how they will. Okay, okay. Did I just see Rafaela there? Okay, my bad. I think I'm tripping. Okay, that's a Rafaela right there. I think that's good for, yeah, that's a good for agility kind of a hero. To give your team a little movement boost, agility boost, and she can actually make yourself safe from some CC. I would say, suppose let's take an example that Alpha is coming to do Alpha charge to you, and she gave you the movement boost, and Alpha misses with the Alpha charge. So that's actually a one free kill for you, because if they don't have any disengage, the Alpha will be just there to for you to have a free kill. And Alpha is kind of a weak against magic damage heroes in the early part of the game, especially when you don't have the radiant and all. And it's a matter of snowballing, if I'm not wrong, for now in this draft. But to counter Nathan, they have not the Nathan, just but to counter the,
Oh my
sorry,
god.
let's just say gold to gold, gold to gold game. That's going to be the Beatrix and the Nathan, and that's going to be the, okay. This time I'm not gonna get it wrong. All the way from the China, it's going to be the Bruce Lee. Somebody told me that it's not the Jackie Chan, it's the Bruce Lee. So my bad. Thank you for telling me that. So Itami brother, what do you think about the draft so far?
You know, for that initiation as well as the way of the dragon plays, and to initiate and take out one of them, like he can literally target that Nathan with his Shunpo kicks as well. But still, I would say Lolita still would have been a better pick for the side of Team Tripura. So I don't know why. Like maybe it's the team composition that relies onto the Chow more. That can be one of the reasons why they have decided to pick out the Chow. But if you personally ask me, then Lolita would have been a better option just for that Nathan. And if you don't give farm to the goal laner, like if that no goal laner doesn't get the power spikes, then he won't be that much contributing to the team. And looking at the composition for the side of Team DS, their main damage source is going to be that Nathan. But anyways, we are back onto the game, and this is going to be the game number two between Team Jharkhand Daku Sena going up against Team Tripura Team ROO currently onto the match point. So if they are able to take this win as well, they will be able to take this series. So here we go on to the land of dawn.
Exactly. Now we have entered the land of dawn. We are in the battlefield as our dearly goated jawline guy. And Ilami Links was saying that you are the only one guy who can beat Fredrin in a jawline competition. So I'm kind of jealous from you. But moving on from the game to the game. Haitatsu is playing Rafaela. I would love to see how this pick will, perform in this match. No, sorry, in this game number two, match one between, as you mentioned, Jharkhand, Tripura Blue, Jharkhand Red. But there's skirmish going on every lane. There's a slight advantage. Okay, the blue buff is getting invaded right now, and I think this is the first time I'm seeing invasion in this tournament. But look at that. That's going to be knock up coming in from the Zoxian. Hayabusa is quite low. Vengeance and the Proctor. Super IM will be getting that G Kundo combo. And that's a retribution. Blue buff secure from the Hayabusa. Alpha charges the Alpha with
Oh
a
my god.
calculated level 4 mark. And that will be the double kill for the Alpha. And I think Alpha is moving towards a snowball kind of a gameplay we can see coming from Alpha. He is level 4. And I think he will be level 5 before the first turtle mark. That's going to be 2 minutes right away. So what do you think, Itami, of this team fight?
Alpha just pulled up. If you got like you got the heals, but I still got my team. That kind of a competition was actually pulled up from that Alpha, because Alpha is still a utility jungler at the end of the day. So that lifesteal will give him some like that slash will give him some lifesteal, but still he will be quite vulnerable considering they have the Rafaela too. But that was a quite worth it trade. Not only they just got the blue buff, they were able to get that turtle as well as two kills onto that top lane. As so far so good for the side of Team Tripura. The aggression coming up from them was actually quite worth it, I would say.
Exactly. And now the Rafila, I think Rafila also got down in that first two kills. And the two kills that went to Alpha, I suppose. So now I think Hayabusa will have to play very, very carefully as the first turtle do went towards team the ROO. Okay, that's a
Oh,
okay. Way of the Dragon right there. G Gundo combo is also there, and that's what I was talking about. The speed boost was not enough to have a secure distance from Cho, and you will be facing one death in just 3 minutes mark of the game. And I think Team ROO is gonna take the full advantage of the early kills. And look at that Alpha is in position right now. Absolute cinema kind of a low. They just saw the Alpha. Okay, Alpha might go in. Alpha might go in. He will go for that. And no. Did you see a beautiful combinations of the synergy that they have? Ito displaces the Hayabusa to the side of Alpha so that Alpha could get the kill, but Izukshin got the kill. And AOG was there to defend the Hayabusa, but he predicted it wrong, and he displaces the positioning of that AOG was not good. But there's a
oh
shotgun
my
combo
god.
coming in from the Baki Mars, and he will get the kill. He will get the kill of that Nathan. Wonderful shotgun combo coming in from the Beatrix right there.
Yup, and did you just notice after that shotgun was over, Beatrix actually, oh my god, the way of the dragon coming up onto Hayabusa, he will be taken down. Man, oh man, the synergy coming up from the side of Team Tripura is absolutely locked in and loaded. And I was mentioning that gun swap coming up from that Beatrix. Just after he landed that ultimate from that shotgun, he immediately swapped his gun and get that kill onto the get that kill onto Funny Valentine. And you know, Beatrix actually got some adjustments onto that thing actually. Like she is able to swap her guns faster than before. So Bakimad is actually trying to get more advantage of this, but the Shunpoke coming up.
Oh, that's a G-Gundo combo, Way of the Dragon, and that's how you get the kill in this tournament. Four people are already there. We'll be taking the kill of the Yamraj. You'll be sending Yamraj to the Yamraj of his own. And they are in a full control for now. Jazz is right there. Will be Jazz be in a very difficult position, and he will be in a very difficult position. He will be repositioning himself with the AOG to the back of the tier 2 turret of their own area. But look at that. Five people are already in the mid lane. And the mid lane tier 1 turret will get taken down in just 5 minute mark into the game. They are snowballing, and they are snowballing very, very hard. Sorry, very, very good. And look at that. We will just look at the itemization for now because Jazz is kind of in a little bit of trouble here. No, he will just fall back for now. The first turret is down. That's going to be the mid lane turret. And look at the itemization. Beatrice got the despair. What else you need? Thunderbolt is there with a Cho. He will be with his passive, and with Thunderbolt passive, he will be, okay. Look at that G Gundo combo. That's a cannon. Okay. He will get down for now. Yamraj will be getting his COD, and he will be dying 3 times in just 5 minute 40-second mark. And look at that Ito. Ito is going in, and Ito will get the kill of that Zukshin. And somehow they are getting room to breathe, but never mind. That's going to be the end for the Nathan, and an unstoppable coming from the maybe one, and no holy baptism from the Rafaela to save the Nathan. And that's how that's a little overextension, I would say, but a good map event is coming from the Alpha right there.
Exactly. And the turtle already been spawned, and compared to the previous match, it was quite contesting. But onto this match, they have the Guardian coming up.
Yep, exactly. And look at that Avatar of the Guardian trying to displace enemy, but look at that hideout is quite low. Jazz is in a very good, not good position, but Jazz will take down the Beatrix with him. And Jazz is still, but Jazz will be going down from the Zukshin. And look at that. That's a demonic force right there. Apela will be in a secure distance with the help of the passive. What is that passive names? Okay, we'll just go because Super I am going in. High thoughts, we kind of in a very bad position. He will use the holy healing for now. Will be getting in a secure distance. Well, no, he can't because he is getting caught by the Cho and Zokshin. And look at that Alpha map awareness. He will be getting the kill of that absolute cinema. Funny Valentine can will be getting the few chunks and bits that he can get in the top lane side, and will be getting some objective towards the side of towards his team. But for now, look at the top lane. That's a G Kundo combo. Beatrix is there, Zuxian is there, and I think Nathan is not in a very good position. That's what you got for a little overextension. But one turret for one death, I think it's quite a good trade, in my opinion. But okay, they are just fighting, just fighting and fighting. But look at that super. I am going in for that Yamraj. Yamraj getting knocked up by the Zuxian, and that's a passive kill coming in from the Faker. Faker is quite low. Holy healing was there. I thought Su will not be getting the kill off. Okay, that's Shadow kill coming in the mid lane to the Alpha. Alpha is just too tanky to get shredded down from that Shadow kill and will be securing. He look at the Alpha. He just healed right back. And this time Alpha got his Winter Crown also. I think some magic play is gonna come. But for now, Team ROO is on a roll right now.
Definitely, and they have the advantage. They have the goal lead too, and only 2 towers advantage. But still, they are on a lot better position compared to Team Jharkhand, Team Takusena, and that early game aggression that came up from the side of Team Tripura is actually paying them off. Not only they are able to get those kills, like get those objectives, as well as be more dominant onto this game, but Van might be on a bad position this time. He might be trying to initiating, but another team fight coming up almost, but no, they will just be forced out to retreat. They are aware of the consequences that if Team Dakusena actually took up a team fight onto that, then it will only be them losing out the members and a lot already being spawned. And I would say Team Tripura will be on a lot better position to be contesting as well as taking the Lord. That Lord might be an uncontested Lord following, like considering
Oh.
how far high Abusa is. And yep, the tower just got destroyed onto the two.
Yeah, they sacrifice Beatrix for this lord. And look at the bottom lane. He's just trying to get the objective, man. I love the strategy. When you can't have the snowball in your game, that the game is not in your favor for some time. You just focus on the good things. But look at that. That's a cheap window combo, but a good positioning of the entropy right there. Haitatsu might get caught in a very uncomfortable position. Haitatsu with the holy healing speed will be focusing back, but Funny Valentine again gets caught up. That's a baptism right there, but nobody holds there. Nobody gets stunned. Tobias might get some kill. Okay, that's a godlike coming in from the Alpha. Alpha with the Alpha Judge getting the double kill to the Rafaela. And Funny Valentine will be going back, but in what cost? He just costed two player of his team death for him to escape. That's not a very good trade in my opinion for now. But look at that. Zokshin is not letting Haya farm. I'm feeling very really, really bad for this Haya. But look at that. Entropy was there trying to, sneak some kill onto that Ito, but Ito was in a safe distance and will be falling back for now.
Yep, and the Lord actually spawning, like marching from the top side. I guess Team Tripura will be able to get at least 2 towers for now, but they are just trying to mark out the tower. The Conceal Pay is yet to be in use. Bakimud is just swap picking his weapons, and maybe they will be able to at least defend onto this Lord. But the Super Minion waves are again marching from the mid side. I guess if they do a tower lock, then at least they will be able to get one inhibitor tower. But another play coming up this time.
AOG was connected to the Zokshin, but I don't know why he did his knock no, what do you call it, taunt, yeah, not knock up, taunt to instead of doing it to the Zokshin, he did it to Alpha, I suppose. so I don't know what happened. But look at that. That's G Kundo, Way of the Dragon combo. Joe getting down from the Funny Valentine. Now the team GS is trying to dealing some kind of a damage. I would love to see the itemization of the Funny Valentine and the Yamraj for now. Jazz actually provided a lot of dividends, taking Beatrix with him 2 times, and this actually paved the way for the Nathan to get some farm. And look at the Nathan farm. It's approx 5 to power of the enemy's marksman that's going to the Beatrix and the Nathan. And Nathan has already got his the Starlium side. The gem is Holy Crystal is there. The Feather of Heaven is there. It's a lot of damage coming in from the side of Team Dakusina's player that's going to be the Nathan. So, do you think, Itami, they need to play around Nathan this time, as a Hayabusa is kind of a low in farm?
They actually definitely should. I do agree with you on that onto that, Sulsi, because Nathan might be the last hope for the side of Team Takusena onto this game at least. Because if he actually gets his power spike, he actually got three of his core items already. So if his positioning is onto the point, if he doesn't get caught up from the side of Team Tripura, then maybe he might be the main damage dealer. Van almost getting taken down onto the other avatar of the Guardian also coming up, but okay.
That's not a very good trade right there. That's a lot of resources have been used by the team GS right there. Jazz right now again getting three consecutive kill on the Beatrix, and now Dagusina is coming back in the game because the tables have been turned. One for true trade. Sicilian kind of giving a good damage, but look at that. Nathan is still up. Faker will try to go in for that Haitatsu with that holy healing. I think she doesn't have the holy baptism for now, but there, look at that Sicilian damage. He got the Clock of Destiny. He has that anti-heal, glowing bond. Yamaraj is trying to get another kill. That's the holy baptism right there. Okay, that's a lot of defense. Okay, now the Divine Glaive is also there for the Nathan. Will Nathan go for the maybe one? Nathan doesn't know that Alpha is there. Alpha will go for that funny Valentine. Will he be securing the kill? Okay, that's a good secure, good support coming in from the Rafaela with the holy healing. But look at that. Sanguine Claws was on point. They are going for that Lord. And this Lord will be going towards Team Dakusena. Hayabusa securing with a retribution. Double kill coming in from the funny Valentine. And Dakusena just turned the table. You did the no you card in the previous game. Now it's our chance to do the no you card, the Uno reverse card. And if we look at the itemization, Itami, what do you have to say about the itemization and the team fight as well?
That healing from Rafaela is on to the point right now for at least because that heal was one of the reasons like why Nathan didn't got taken down onto that lot fight because the alpha that uses alpha charge onto there, but it was the Rafaela actually saving him out, and as well as the side of Team Nakusena, they have the heals right now and they have the Sicilian too for the late phases of the game. So this might be actually more favorable for the side of Team Dakusina too, because Nathan almost got most of his core items. He got the Divine Lane as well, and another team fight might come up. And if the trades is more favorable for the side of Team Dakusina, then definitely they might be the one actually securing this game.
Yep, exactly. And for me, I think Jazz is the star of the show. He gets the 3 kills. The 3 times Beatrix died, it was because of the Jazz's vengeance and his passive and his AOG to the Beatrix, just focusing on the Beatrix. Jazz has one mission in his mind, just to get the Beatrix, and he is doing it unconditionally, whether his team is snowballing or not, whether his team is supporting him or not. He is just hungry for Beatrix and he is hungry for more. Look at the Jazz. He's taking a lot of damage right now. Husk Clause is there for the Beatrix, and this uh, the Zuxian also builds. I forgot the name of that. But the Queen Wings is also there for the Alpha. And now we see the itemization. Itami, what do you have to say for the itemization? This new items are also
Well,
there. I forgot the name. Can you tell me the
yeah,
name?
the Wishing Lantern actually.
Yeah, thank you.
The, The Wishing Lantern, yeah, acquired by the Jushin. Actually, she is the owner of the Wishing Lantern, so it is quite valid to get that item too for herself. She can be like for the tanking item for composition, Wishing Lantern actually works out. So the Lord, there is still plenty amount of time for the Lord, but Team Jharkhand are actually the ones with the gold lead right now. That much of a gold lead doesn't matter if the execution is up to the point for the side of Team Tripura. If a massive mistakes comes out from. Oh my god, Bakimat
Okay,
with that kill onto Hayabusa onto the bot side
okay.
just when the camera was off. But the avatar of the Guardian coming up. Another team fight might come from the entropy also connecting, but
Bakimod.
Bakibot directly
Bakimod.
going.
Bakimot
Oh
going
my
for the base, and they are zoning it well. Four people are just there. Bakimot is the full free base for Bakimar. They are holding them there. They are holding Team DS not
Oh
to
my
let Team DS
God!
go to
Once
the base.
again,
Bakimar,
the base,
Bakimar,
the base.
Bakimar again
Oh
got the
my
back door.
God!
I don't
Oh
know
my
why.
God!
Yesterday he did a backdoor to the toward the side of Dads and Sons
Not
against the Dads
again!
and Sons. This time, Dakusena facing the backdoor of Wrath. I think he's the king of backdoor. I think that sounds very wrong, but yep, he is.
Oh
You
my
know, he is what
God!
he is. A man is defined from his actions, and consecutively, second time of the second day, he will be securing the second game. Yesterday, also the second game, he secured the win with the backdoor. Today, also with a backdoor. Baki Mart, even though he was not having a good time against Get Out Casa, he actually left his dividend on the table. You know, my teammates, this is my share of contribution to my team. You can all have it. And his team supported him well. They just instantly knew what Maki Mart is gonna cook. And they supported him really well. They didn't let any one member of the team Dakusina go back. And what luck they had in their pockets. I don't know because the positioning of the the minion was also on point. I don't know how it happened, bro. It was
You
coincidence or
know,
not. What do you have to say?
I I did notice one thing that is like as soon as Hayabusa got took off, as soon as like
Hmm.
Haya got took off, TS actually came up with that follow up in order to try to get Bakimarth. So Nathan came up
Yeah.
with that entropy trying to land him with his S2. He was not able to do so, and Bakimarth had his minions. So he directly went onto the base and he just like he relied more onto his teammates to not let anyone from Team DS recall. That is what exactly happened. They didn't let them recall, and they were completely stopped down. So this was like not less of a like this was not more of a backdoor actually, but it was more of a synergy. The team fight, like the strategy came up from the side of Team Tripura, was one of the reasons why they actually ended up winning this game. So kudos to every single one of them, and Baki Mud with his positioning, like absolutely amazing as usual.
Yep. And Numi. I mean, they have a lot of nicknames. But what do you have to say about this game number two of the match one between Jog and Tripura? Tripura is winning this best of three series just with 2-0. And oh my god, just say it, man. Just say it, Numi.
Well, thank you, Solsky, for remembering me, and thank you for pronouncing my name incorrectly. But what do I
You're
think
always
about
welcome.
this match? Well, this match was pretty interesting because at first, like, RO Esports, they were leading, but then Dakusena, they did try to make a comeback in the mid phase. I mean, Dakusena was about to end the game, but then I mean the defense and the execution coming in from RO Esports, it is just so good. And both the drafts were pretty good. I mean, Dakusena had that Rafaela and they had that Gato. They had the Sicilian too. I mean, Sicilian is so good for that late game, but then like they didn't really give Sicilian that late game. And Zushin pick. I mean, I wonder why Dakusena did not ban that Zushin. Like seeing how ROE Sports had that first pick. I mean, Zushin pick is a pretty common. I mean, sorry. Zushin ban is a pretty common ban, and I think they forgot about that ban. And Baki Mard, oh my goodness, like you said, Soski, Bakimar does try to look out on that map. I mean, people were, I mean, they were just having a team fight, and Bakimar just went to the side lane to push it. So, Itami, do you have anything to say about this gameplay? I mean, Bakimar, he does have that 75% turret damage. So, anything you have more to say, Itami?
I would say the macro decision that came up from the side of Team Tripura was actually one of the reasons why they ended up pulling off a comeback like that. Because onto that Lord fights, after Nathan actually got his power spikes, so it was looking quite dicey. Like I did thought it might be extended onto a game number three, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So it was quite unfortunate for the side of Team DS. But that execution play coming off, like as soon as that Hayabusa got taken off, Bakimot directly went onto the base. He was aware that he can end the game. He relied onto his team, and that is what happened. Like as soon as the follow up, four of the follow up came up from the side of Team ROO. They made sure that none of the members from the side of Team DS are going to be recalling. It will be just Bakimot heading with those minions directly onto the base, and that is what happened.
Well, I would love to have a teammate like ROE Sports. They looked at the map and saw Bakimard was trying to end the game by going for that side lane push, and ROE Sports, Bakimard's teammates, they did not let Dakusina recall, not even a chance, and Bakimard just ended that game. So, anyways, RO Esports, they did take the win for the game number one, and please do enter on that 899 diamonds giveaway because it is the promo diamond season. So go get your favorite skin, the skin you've always wanted. I mean, the Bible skin, because limited skins are not available. available. So yes, go get that skin and please do enter on the giveaway. And please also do download Mobile Legends 5v5. It is both on Android and iOS. So we will be signing off for game number one. So please do wait for game number two, as it is going to be between Manipur versus Nagaland. Meow Meow Gang going to represent Manipur, and Divine Regime, they will be representing Nagaland. With that, we will be signing off for game number one. So please be patient and wait for game number two.
Meow Manipur versus Nagaland next. So please, guys, be with us. Until next time.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to tell you that I just received my cosplay outfit. I am so excited for the Naughty's Cup. Also, just to let you know that the prize money for Mobile Legends cosplay event is 25,000.
What? 25,000?
Yeah.
Like for real, 25,000?
Yeah.
Guys, I got Rumi's outfit, so now the 25,000 is mine.
Guys, I'm running away. I got my stuff. And don't forget that the Naughty's Cup land prize is $3,000. See you guys. I'm in danger. Okay.
What about 2 lakh plus diamonds?
Yeah, the 2 lakh plus diamonds also. Bye.
Hey there, legends! The Nordics Cup is coming up, and I've got something special planned just for you. Curious about what I'll be wearing? I'm not giving it away just yet, but I might drop in a little hint if you're paying attention. And if you really want to know, follow me on Instagram for the inside scoop. But be ready, because I don't make it easy. Follow now and get ready for the ultimate reveal at the Northeast Cup. See you there.
A thought to miss you, another to hate. Umbrella, show us what you've got. The umbrella is yang, the human is yin. Akugyo Taisan. Curse simply means restriction. It seems that very few people know about Omyori.
Get down to the B-side.
Wait, bro. Chill, bro.
Daddy, chill.
Do you want to get a free epic skin? Yeah. Battle Knight Esport is doing a free epic skin giveaway today, tomorrow, every day, in every live stream of this tournament. Free epic skin, bro. Free epic skin. Free epic skin.
For the Dixon? For the Dixon? For the Dixon? Give it to me now.
Hey, bro.
Give me the
please,
free epic
please,
skin,
please,
bro.
Please don't kill me, man. I'm just a messenger, bro. Please don't kill me. I have a wife.
Give me the
I have
skin, bro.
kids. Please.
Give me the
Please
skin,
don't
bro.
kill me, bro. I'm just a messenger, man. Let me tell you how you can join the giveaway. Let me tell
What?
you how you can join the giveaway.
Okay.
Just stick around till the end of the live stream, and
Okay.
the host and the casters they will select you, man.
I'm gonna go watch the live stream.
Just comment down your UID and the team you are supporting, and they will select you. Please don't kill me, man. Please.
If I don't get the skin,
Yeah, if you wanna win the epic skin, just stick around till the end of the live stream and just comment down your UID and the team you are supporting. That's all, man. That's all. Good luck, guys.
She wants epic skin, bro. See, look at me. I'm very poor, okay? I don't have money to buy skin. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, you guys.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and all of you Mobile Legends fans and the fanatics out there. We welcome you all to the Northeast Cup Swiss bracket. This is round 9. That's right, guys. One more round till the Swiss bracket ends. And today we have to witness the greatest here, and we have the team Mia Meow Gang preparing their class and making sure they are sharp enough to clash against the Divine Regime, and Mia Meow Gang represents the Manipur, and Divine Regime represents the state Nagaland. And Divine Regime has been maintaining their regime throughout the series, guys. And guys, Northeast Cup is powered by the Baltonites Esports. I am your host Shade, and worry not, guys. I am not the one who's going to dissect the team, and I have my two incredible duo casters who will be cooking this team with their commentary skills. And first up, let's give it up for the caster Jins. She has been a cornerstone for the Northeast Cup with her unique take on strategies and the stylish commentary. If there is a hero beautiful as her in the MLBB that matches her aura, it's probably the one that looks in the mirror and say, "Yes, I am fabulous." And guys, please be on your toes, or she might steal your heart and the KDA, guys. And next but not least, let's give it up for the caster Ray, who is known for his crystal clear analysis. He has the ability to turn most plays into a Shakespeare strategy, guys. He's been saying it's either Hildegard's or Hayabusa's blessing, and he is very happy to explain why the team should not chase the kill under the turret. And together they gonna heat up the stove, cook and sprinkle some magical toppings with their casting skills between the Mia Meow gang and the Divine Regime, the first possible contender for the land event. This is the fight of the throne, guys. So coming in from the heart, the caster desk itself. Let's welcome our caster James Andre.
All right, I think Ray, I think Shade is like the one host that just hypes you up so much. I think he hypes you up more than we do in the game. I mean, he's just amazing at hosting. So thank you for that, Ray, and I mean thank you for that, Shade. That was amazing. I'm excited for this match, right? I think whoever gets this win cements their position in that top four. Meow Meow Gang already in the second position, and Divine Regime, they won against ABM yesterday, I believe, I think, right? And now they're at the top four slot. So if they get one more, they're at 6 points. So both teams become equal. We might just see them in the land. So I'm excited for this.
Just like you said, James, and Mia Meow Gang is on the second place with 6 points, and Divine Regime is on the fourth place with 5 points. And we might see Mia Meow Gang is not gonna meow today, they're gonna roar today because this is the opportunity that Mia Meow Gang is looking for. And if they get the 7 point, they can mostly secure to the land tournament today. But Divine Regime is not gonna let their way all the way they want. And this is the fight of the throne, guys. And if you guys think that Divine Regime won't put fight against the Mia Meow Gang, let me guys tell you that Mia Meow Gang is on the 13 win with 7 losses, and Divine Regime is on the 11 wins and 9 losses. Both of these teams have a solid win record, guys. And Divine Regime is been climbing the hills from the start, and they've been climbing the hills from the sixth or seventh place to the fourth place. They have went through a lot to climb this hill, and this hill is called as the Cat's Tower, guys. Will Mia Meow Gang roar will shake the Divine Regime, or Divine Regime will maintain their regime throughout the tournament. And we know both of these teams have slain the lion ABM. Both of these teams have tamed the lion. And casters, spill some tea or coffee on their draft and give us some possible outcomes. What are the draft? What are the possibility that we're gonna see today?
Me? Okay. Just one thing. Raren Fredrin. That's what I want to see. Right? I just want to see a Fredrin. I just want to see a Fredrin gameplay, guys. Like I don't need much. You just need a Fredrin to please me, and that's enough for me. I know what Ray is hoping for though. I know what Ray is hoping for those Bruno and his balls.
And think about the goal line, Ray. We gonna witness the one of the greatest goal line fights here between the Mario and the Kyle. We know Kyle how good he is in the Moscow with his spear hitting on the point. And what do you think about the goal line here? And it's going to be the greatest battle on the goal line right now.
I mean, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be really, really interesting because last night we saw Kyle like becoming an absolute monster. Maybe he was channeling his inner demon that Moskov has, because somehow he was absolutely insane. Like you would never expect a marksman chasing down an assassin. If somebody did that in a ranked game, they will call you a fool. But he was not. He did that in a tournament game, and he was one of the key players that really, really decided the fate of the game. Because I feel like, I mean, they were in the dominant side, but he was the last nail in the coffin, maybe a spear in the coffin with that Moskov. It was absolutely brilliant. His spear of destructions were landing everywhere. So it's going to be really interesting because he's going to be facing off against Mirio, who has been like he's been popping off lately. His performance has been quite consistent. He's been able to dominate his goal lane, opposing goal laners quite often as well. So Kyle and Mirio, it's going to be a really, really good matchup because both of them have shown their absolute domination in their lanes. So let's see which team will be the one coming out on top, because I feel like right now in the meta, gold lane like matters a little bit way too much because the junglers, they control the wave of the early game, and then the game complete shifts towards the positioning, the play style, the aggression, and how good the gold laner can deal the damage to all of the opposing team. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting.
And guys, Mia Meow Gang and Divine Regime both are in the win streak right now. And what do you think Mia Meow Gang draft should be winning against the Divine Regime? What are the possible picks? And we know the meta has been changed a lot recently. So what do you guys think about the meta? And which heroes are high in the meta and which heroes are low in the meta? And how do you think the changes in the meta will affect the Mia Meow Gang and Divine Regime?
Uh,
Jinx, do you wanna go for it first? Yeah, go ahead.
No. So the thing with Meow Meow Gang compared to Divine Regime is Meow Meow Gang likes to experiment quite a bit, right? I think in a few games we saw them switch the heroes up. We saw Joseph gone into the roam position. I mean, they were just playing all over the place, right? So now it's really a difficult time because we need to figure out who goes to those lands, right? It's the second last day. I think tomorrow's the last day for the best of top 10 Swiss brackets. So if they want to maybe secure the top four spot, I hope they go with the heroes that we know they play well, right? Joseph on the jungle, Mirio on the gold lane, and the other players on their own roles, right? So I think Joseph Assassin would probably do great. Maybe if he wants to go alpha as well. I've not seen them play of Fredrin. I've not seen them play any of those new heroes yet. I think the draft is still, in the previous patch. They haven't really moved on to the current patch, but Divine Regime, they're slowly changing it up, right? They're playing really, really well. I think what's really going to be the factor in this game is that gold lane. I mean, the Kyle versus Mirio. I think that's really going to affect the whole game of what we see today.
Exactly.
And And guys, do you think Mia Meow Gang will face a different Divine Regime today, not the team that faced in the past? Because we know how much improved Divine Regime is. And Kyle with his gold lane, and he's the man who has been carrying the team on his shoulder, and he's very aggressive. He will be chasing the team. He might be going 1-5 as well. So, what do you guys think about the draft, and what are the possible picks that we will be seeing on the draft on the game number one? And we know both teams is going to test the waters on the draft on the game number one. So, what are the possible bans that Meow Meow Gang has to do, and what are the possible bans to counter the bans coming from the Meow Meow Gang? Divine Regime has to do. What are the keys to victory for the both teams?
I mean, like right now, Fanny, she's been popping off quite a lot. The energy buff has shifted her from just being a burst assassin who just, before the patch, she just comes in, cutthroat, leave. That's her job. That's her job to take down the squishes. But right now, people have been shifting to the War X, and they are playing her a lot more. She's a lot more present in the team fight. So Fanny ban, I'm expecting to see that because Joseph, his Fanny is, I think, decent. Raden, I haven't seen him quite yet, but he's a tournament. I mean, during the tournament, they definitely have practiced it and made it like, what is the word? I forget again. But anyways, we're gonna be forgetting that. One thing that I'm really looking forward to is that two things actually. Meow Meow Gang playing the Harit. I mean, you guys have the Meow in your name too. You have to play the Faline, right? Like Cat Boy. It has to come from your side. And Kyle will definitely go for the Bruno for one simple reason. is that many people are underlooking one thing. It's that new item, Malefic Gun. It increases the range as well as gives you the penetration. And I don't know how many people noticed, but Kyle in a game, he used the Malefic Gun and he was hitting the turret without any minions. The 15% range, it literally lets you free hit turrets, which is an insane buff to all these marksmen. So yeah, I think the Bruno is definitely gonna be a something that they're gonna be contending for because the range is absolutely insane. What about you, Jinx? What do you think?
And guys, before that, are you guys are so broke that your wallet is crying in the corner, struggling to impress your crush with the Mobile Legends diamonds? Don't worry, guys. We got you. Lucky you guys, because we are showering you guys with the 899 diamonds. It's absolutely free, guys. No scam event. All you have to do is come into your IGN, the team you are supporting, and the state, and you might get a chance to win 899 diamonds. And have you guys heard about the Android users was bragging about how they can only download Mobile 5.5? We got you iOS users, because Mobile 565 is landed on the iOS as well. And please do join our WhatsApp group or Discord. The link is in the description. Kindly check it out, guys. And Casters, what do you want to say for the game number one, and who's going to take the game number one? What are your prediction?
I don't know. I don't know. Whoever takes Fredden is gonna win game number one. I'm just gonna say that.
Damn,
I'm not
damn.
sure. Yeah. Uh, I'm not sure because both teams are in. They all have incredible players. I think all of them want to go to LAN. All of them want a chance to prove themselves the best team of India. And you can't predict it so early, right? I think we need to see the draft. I think viewers are a bit annoyed because we've been blabbering for quite a bit, guys. Sorry, we're just waiting for the team. We're just waiting for the teams to get ready, and then we're going to take you into the game now. I think the teams are in. We're going to start the draft pick pretty soon. Just a few minor adjustments, but like Shade asked, right? I'm not sure who's going to win. I mean, I like Meow Meow Gang because of the name. Like, I love the name Meow Meow Gang, and I like Divine Regime because they try so hard and they play so well. You just can't help but root for them, right? You can't help but root for those players. And I think Ray as well, right? You know, he started liking Kyle. I mean, he's just so amazing in the goal lane that you just want them to win. So, I don't know.
All right,
Well,
Casters, are you guys are hyped today to bring the heat to the battlefield? Say yes if you are in the hype right now.
Yeah.
All right, guys, our casters are so hyped right now. So without any further ado, it's time to hand it over to the casters, and the stage is set. Let the draft begin.
Okay. Thank you, Shade, for entertaining the viewers and us casters while the teams were getting ready. I mean, they had to prepare, right? Do a few push-ups and stuff, like use their. Okay, I'm gonna start with the jokes, and ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be interesting because yesterday's performance after like the win against ABM, it was absolute cinema, right? Kyle, he is like buzzing everywhere. So we're gonna see if that buzzing is gonna come to a stop because they're gonna meet a feline that is Meow Meow Gang. So let's see how Miro will be performing. I mean, obviously, we got to give it to the XP laner, right? Hyung, as well as the roamers, Karma Hits, as well as Sojan. So yeah, they're also playing a major key part. But anyways, Jinx, it's nice to have you again. So yeah, what?
true.
Yeah, yeah.
It-
Okay,
It's
cool.
nice to be casting for both these teams. I think these are the two teams
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
rooting for. I've been rooting for Meow Meow Gang from the start. I mean, I really like that squad name. And I've slowly started to really like Divine Regime. So it's exciting to watch this gameplay. But once again, I apologize to all the viewers. I know you guys don't like to listen to us yap too much. We do hear a few complaints, but we had to just wait it out for the teams to get ready now. Back into the draft pick, we're going to see them ban out the Suyu. So Joseph Suyu is gone. They ban out the Zushin as well. So Ray, I know you're a bit disappointed.
My bad. Oh yeah, Zushin is gone, Chip is gone, and I think these three heroes are going to be permanent bans throughout this whole series. They don't want to give it out to anybody. I mean, these teams are capable. You can't like consider like, oh, maybe we'd be able to counter. Maybe no, no, no. You can't take that risk. And there we go, Phobius. Then the next ban is definitely gonna be Matilda and probably a marksman ban, perhaps. Okay, okay, good. I forgot the Fanny. Yep, Fanny with the new buff. She's just insane. She's flying off everywhere, and it's really hard to cut off her wings because she does not use wings. She's Mikasa. She has the ODM gear. So yeah, you can't stop her. You can't stop her. Even Titans can't stop her. So yeah, yeah. This is
Yeah,
definitely gonna be a Matilda ban.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that Fanny right now, she's like Mikasa on Red Bull, and
Yep,
looks like your
there we go.
prediction is right. They banned the Matilda as well, so we're not going to see any, Matilda airlines in this game. Now, both teams' first draft has been done from both sides. Now, they pick up the Gatot quite really fast from the side of Team Divine Regime. Yesterday I saw them play, and they were doing really well on the Lapu Lapu as well. I think he got the MVP for that one game. He was just unstoppable. Gatot is fine, but I think Lapu Lapu definitely provides much more utility now.
Mhm.
The side of Team Meow Meow Gang go back to the old patch, like I was talking about before. They pick up the Khalid immediately, much faster rotations. They pick up the Moscow as well. So, for Mirio, I mean, good. I don't see anything new, right? For now, it's just stable, very standard. Probably are gonna see, you know, maybe something new come up in the jungle area. I think that's where it's going to change up.
Mhm. I mean, the reason I was giggling a little bit is that Moskov, they definitely are not giving Kyle the Moskov ever in their
Yeah.
life because he just saw what he did yesterday. But anyways, the reason I wanted to mention, okay, there we go. I knew it, Kyle. You're gonna coming up with the balls. I knew it right into
Yeah,
the
I mean,
game
the
one. You're
sort
not.
of when I saw the Moscow get picked up, I'm like, yeah, but then what about Bruno? Like, what are they going to do about Bruno? And they pick it up immediately, and now we're going to see Hayabusa as well come up for the hyper of the side of Team Nagaland. So I think this was the same combination they beat ABM with, if I'm correct, right? They picked up the
Yes,
same
yes,
heroes.
yes,
And
yes.
they do pretty well. I mean, they're pretty comfortable on this. They're just unstoppable. Now, what Manipur definitely needs to do is someone to lock down that Bruno, right? You can't let him free farm. Mirio is really good in the goal lane, but he's going to need support because Bruno hits quite hard mid to late game. He's just going to, really hurt you towards that mid to late game. So
Mhm.
maybe they want to pick up a mage and tank that can actually lock down this Bruno, right? You can't let him roam free.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday Sojian was playing Gatot Kacha Room, and the AOGs were used amazingly. Like, he was landing onto three people at most, and he was using it to zone out as much as possible. Okay, there we go, Alpha. They don't want the jungle to be choked out. So, okay, both of the teams, they're prioritizing a fighter and then marksman and a jungler. Khalid and Gato, they can be flex, so I'm not sure. It could be the XP, it could be Rome, but we'll have to see. It's most likely going to be Gatot Rome because Shojan, he's really comfortable with it. And Khalid is definitely, I'm not sure about the Khalid though. He can be flexed because I'm not sure if Karma Hits wants to play or 27 wants to play. All right. But other than that, there we go. I just wanted to mention because both of the teams, they don't have the mages. So they're probably going to want to choke out the mages as much as possible for Kirin.
True.
And yeah.
Yeah, especially to Valentina, I think it opens up a lot of positions. So I think Manipur want to go for a sort of CC composition, or do they want to go for Angela Alpha? Depends on what they want to pick out. Now Nagaland bans out the Hilda. I do think this is a Khalid EXP. I don't think we're going to see a Khalid roam. A Khalid with the rotation he provides, he still has a lot of damage, and he's very good at poking. Right, I think people pick him up in the EXP just for his rotation skills that come in. So I don't think we're going to see a Khalid roam, but Nagaland still don't want to take the risk. They ban out the Hilda. We're going to see another EXP ban out. Hopefully, they ban out a tank, because when I was seeing this Valentina ban, I thought they're going to go for a CC hero, right? What if we see a Tigreal? I'm not sure though. I've not seen Manipur play that Tigreal much.
Yeah, I mean, Karma Hit can make good use of it, but he plays
Oh, they
a
banned
lot
it out.
more. Okay, okay. I mean, because Karma Hits, his specialty is more of a pick-off hero. He likes playing the Jawhead, the Chow. And, whenever there's a Valentina pick back a few seasons ago, a Faramis is something that you'd anticipate. So there is a
Mhm.
possibility of it as well. So we'll have to see what they want to ban out. So far, both of the teams, they're going for a little bit of weird composition because, I mean, you think both will zone out the mages, but no, they're actually poking their utilities. They don't want the glorious pathway. They don't want the jungly or poking them. They don't want any implosion play either. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Let's see what mages are they gonna pick because it's quite open. Except for Valen and Zushin, they have so many options on their board.
Yeah, they do pick up the grog, but speaking of mages, I
27.
think yeah, I think they need a CC mage. Maybe they want to go Aurora, Vexana, those sort of heroes. Maybe even Eve might work well here. Or do they want to pick up the Fasha this time because Fasha is doing quite well. I think she deals quite a bit of damage. But okay, so Aurora getting picked up by the side of Team Divine Regime. They did need a bit of CC just to combo with the Gatot. Now they need, I believe, a Roam, right? So what are they going to go for? Okay, no, they pick up the Lapu
Him.
Lapu. So we're going to play a Gatot Roam, Lapu Lapu in the EXP. I was talking about the Lapu Lapu. I mean, they played extremely well against ABM, and I think they're going to do really well here. He matches Khalid. Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly the same draft that we saw yesterday on game number 3.
Yeah,
Exactly, like
true.
full on copy.
Yeah, I think they just saw how well it worked out for them against ABM, and
Yeah.
now they want to try it out against Meow Meow. Now Meow Meow closes their draft with that Lilia. So Lilia pretty good, but I do feel they lack a bit in that CC department. If they're unable to catch Bruno, it's going to really hurt. They do have a lot of dive though. They have Khalid, they have Grog, they have Alpha, but we all know how slippery Kyle is on that, Bruno. So it just depends on how well they execute their draft.
I mean, do you know marbles are also balls, so they are quite simply to get. So Bruno has that balls as well, so he's gonna be quite simply to catch. But so far, both of the teams have their draft finalized, and it's looking quite interesting, especially considering the fact that I think Manipur was probably gonna go for a CC match, but now they decided to go in for Lilia because. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of Dawn. This is gonna be the best of 3 series between Team Nagaland and Team Manipur. It's Divine Regime and Team Yamao Gang facing off in this Swiss bracket. And I'm gonna be your caster Ray. Joining me would be the beautiful, amazing Jinx and our dear host Shade. He's watching from the shades, okay? He's under a tree watching the match from the sidelines. But anyways, the drafts have been finalized and we analyzed the drafts a little bit, but who are you leaning a little bit more?
And I think definitely to the side of Team Divine Regime. I just think they have a lot of more utility in their draft right now. I mean, they have the CC, they have the sustain, they have Lapu Lapu as well. So I think Lapu's going to do really great against the Manipur because he has such good ability to zone out the backline. So I think he's just going to do really good. But the side of Team Meow Meow Gang draft is good. I'm just not sure about the Lilia pick, right? I wish they had gone for something a bit more CC oriented, maybe just to help out the team, catch Kyle, catch Raran, right? You want someone to lock them down, but they chose not to go for it. They chose to go much more aggressive. Now, bot lane getting engaged upon here. Look at that, Karma Head's getting chunked down, and they get the first blood on the Alpha. I mean, already to one kill for the side of Team Nagaland. Somehow, Karma has escaped that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yesterday I also discussed something. It was the Hayabusa blessing. So let's see if the Hayabusa blessing is still up in this game. Because so far it's shifting a little bit towards it, but we can never be sure. Team Meow Meow Gang, they have come back from worse. So there's a chance, especially because Eden, his blooms are going to hit really hard. But at the same time, he has one weakness that is similar to Zushin. They are short range. They really have to be in the enemy spaces. And against Kyle, who's gonna hit so hard, it's gonna be interesting. And the turtle fight is already up. Let's see the retribution battle. Joseph wins it out, but look at the amazing pretty glacier landing onto 2 people. Grog does survive it, being in a little bit of a tight position, but gets out of the situation. So far, 2-0 for Team Nagaland, but they do lose out the turtle. I would say that's a fair trade.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair trade. Both teams are pretty even in the goal late. Now, Nagaland just leading by just a bit. They've got that really good frigid glacier in, right? This is what I'm saying. You want a bit of CC in your team. Kiran is going to support his team pretty well, especially against the Alpha and the 27, right? They
Khalid.
both are dive in heroes. So
Yes.
Khalid, once you have Kiran on your side, he's going to completely protect Kyle, especially in those team fights. So I think they have a good composition now. Once again, they couldn't just do a bit of skirmish for the Little Wanderer, but both teams rotating towards the bottom lane. I think we're going to see another fight. But look at that, Young chunking down 27, making sure he has to, move away to just heal up. But for now, I think both teams playing a bit safe. Meow Meow Gang sort of got to know the potential of the draft of the self team Nagaland, and they don't want to, take too many risks.
Yeah, you're like that is an undeniable truth. Kiran on this Aurora played amazing yesterday against ABM, and also the fact that this is a really good disengage tool as well as a re-engage, because Aurora's frigid pressure completely turns the team fight around, especially when there's a dive in composition that team Manipur is going for. I think they should have accounted for it. I think instead of banning out the Valentina, the Aura would have been much better, because yesterday Kevin really did an amazing job and he showed it. But right now, both of the teams playing a little bit of poking game in the bot lane. The Okama hits, getting tapped down really badly by Bruno's massive balls that are just bouncing off everywhere, left and right, and they're already hitting hard. But right now, Joseph doing a little bit of a jungle trading. He's taking out the buff from. Okay, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but he is using up his here to get out of the situation, and that was a successful invade on his part. Ryan, though, hasn't gotten the opportunity because the turtle fight is up. Joseph still has his retribution. 27 trying to zone out as much as possible. Carla hits will be coming up with his wild shot soon, and looks like Team Nagaland, they're not really competing for the objectives. They just perhaps just want Kyle to farm up because they're playing it quite safe. I mean, they could have gone for it, right? They could have competed it, but they did not because they don't want to risk giving any farm.
True, I think they didn't go for it because Raran got his purple stolen, and he sort of didn't want to go in, not have his energy. Now, once again, we're going to see Karma hits be a bit annoying, but slowly and surely, we see the side of Team Manipur come back up, right? They're getting the objectives, they're doing much faster rotations, I do have to say. Especially
You?
Hyung, you're getting caught out between two people.
Okay, he is using the bravest fighter. Great stun coming in. He doesn't mind. Okay, he survived the situation like a Chad. And Joseph, he can't do anything. He he just survived it. There was a resource wasted from 27, a fleet wasted. That is a great trade.
True, but in bot lane as well, there was a skirmish going on and everyone escaped, right? So everyone is safer now. Both teams really safe. Top lane is being pushed down, but is the side of Team Nagaland going to collapse onto Mirio here? No, I think they're just trying to focus on Kyle. They want to let him farm up, like you were saying, and they want him to get that power boost, that spike he gets mid to late game. So then they're going to really start taking those fights seriously now. Third total of the match, 30 seconds left. Both teams still equal in the goal lane. Not much has happened so far. I think both teams giving each other the respect they deserve. I mean, they're playing great. The only skirmishes we see in the top lane, though, look at that. We're going to see Alpha try to engage onto Lapu Lapu, but Mirio, what are you doing in top lane?
Okay, they swapped out their lane because he doesn't want to face off the balls. So, anyways, one thing that I really like to mention is that I think Team Nagaland is a little bit too reliant on Kyle today. They're focusing on the goal lane too much because look at that. Raden, he's still level 8. Joseph, he's level 11. That is 3 level gap on the jungler. Like if you focus on Kyle too much, he would be the only winning condition, and that is a bad thing because if they take out Kyle, your jungle won't be able to do anything because you're so behind. You have to make sure you do not give out resources because Joseph has been invading left and right, and he also got the first 2 turtles. And right now, look at Raden. He doesn't want to contest it.
Yeah, he doesn't contest. I think I agree with what you're saying. They're completely focusing on Kyle here. They're going to try and push the
Too
top
much.
lane, but we're going to see a 3-man rotation towards the top. Look at that, Karma hits as well as Eden is there for them. So just make sure they're not going to get that third. Oh my god, once again engage in top lane though.
Okay, AOG and the freeze is coming as well, but the double kill being secured by Soshed. A complete turnaround of the events as that was a 0 for 2 for Team Nagaland. 4-0 score right now. It looks like Team Nagaland are completely in the driving seat, but look at Joseph. Level 12 against level 9 Raden. I'm not sure about that though.
No, that is so. Now they're trying to get that top lane inhibitor. Look at that gutter going with the taunt.
Unbreakable, and Raden uses up the. Okay, he got the kill onto Eden as well, and right now they're trying to regroup and come back. Kyle, you have to be a little careful because there is an Alpha coming in soon. He might have the escape spell, but he's trying to retreat. But okay, Kyle, you have to be sure because Joseph takes down Kieran. He's surviving, but the Spear of Destruction will be taking him down. And so far, they've finally gotten the main guy because this is the main issue. Focus on Kyle a little bit too much because but okay, Joseph gets taunted inside the turret, but he uses the spear to get out of the situation. But this is what I was talking about, Jinx, because look at that Raden's Ugi kill, it's not dealing much damage because it's still level 10 against Joseph level 13. They ignored the jungle a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah, that is true now. Ray, you are getting a bit robotic there. Maybe just
Okay, okay,
tweak your
hopefully.
mic a bit. But I agree with you, right? They just focus too much attention on Kyle. They're definitely winning those team fights. That's no question. But they lost out too many objectives, right? They lost out all three turtles. They are winning those team fights, but at what risk? I mean, you're just letting the side of Team Meow Meow Gang dominate. Look at that. Their rotations are way better. Now they're going to chunk down the bottom lane. Maybe the side of Team Nagaland want to capitalize on this and go for the Lord instead, right? But now they come back. They know the risk of going to push that bottom lane inhibitor. Now we're going to see Zoshin once again going in with the taunt.
Okay, he gets taken down and punished for it, but look at that. Lapu Lapu, he's going in with the bravest fighter. And finally, Raden takes down Joseph. That was a great kill, but look at that. Moskov, he's becoming unstoppable. Mario, he's just chunking down turrets left and right. There is the Holy Blessing, so they are not going to lose the inhibitor turrets quite yet. But so far, Team Nagaland, you have to be a little bit more wary of your wave control. In the mid lane, though, the 27 dived in, used up the flicker, but they are getting the objectives quite often because a mid-tier turret gone as well. Team Nagaland, you're struggling a little bit. You need to focus on your lanes and the objectives because you have lost out almost all of the turtles and you're also losing the turrets. But one good thing, though, that they have also pushed the top and bottom.
They have, but they really need to capitalize at least this objective, right? The Lord
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to come up. They got the kill on Alpha. I'm not sure why they didn't just go for the Lord. I think they were sort of wary of that Mirio. He was just pushing down those inhibitors back to back, and this was the risk with their whole plan, right? They want to give up uh, the turtles just to get a bit of push in, but they couldn't do that as well. Now, first Lord, we're going to see a bit of a skirmish. Once more, Zoshin going into the taunt on the Lilia, and Aurora with that freeze like, managed to secure that kill.
Okay, Gadot Kacha using Kirin, just playing absolutely amazing. He secures the double kill, and right now Joseph, he's getting taunted out, Unbreakable being used, and he gets taken down by Hyung. But Moskov, he's attempting a backdoor. Will he succeed for it? But Kirin is into the scene, so yep, it has been completely denied. That would have been a nasty backdoor, but sadly, Team Manipur, they couldn't get the Lord. The ADC was just not present in the team fight, and because of it, they lose out. They lose 3 members, and they also lose the first Elemental Lord. But Kyle, you gotta be a little bit careful, but the balls, they're hitting it hard. And Mirio, he will not handle them. He will use Flicker to get out of the situation. And so far, Team Nagaland, they're getting back into the driving seat. A little bit of a jungle mishap, but it's okay now. They've gotten the objective that they needed.
Yeah, they got the objective with the loss at bottom lane inhibitor. Hopefully, we were sort of wishing one of them recalls way earlier just to deny Moscow that push, but they choose not to do it. I mean, just a bit of map awareness probably would have helped. Now, look at that video getting the shutdown onto Raran. Now, that was a wrong time to engage. Right? I think he saw him alone, was not expecting the alpha to show up there, and that was just a bad time. Now, Lord is going to march down in bottom lane. They want to focus their attention on the top lane though, but look at Mirio. He's just clearing those waves so quickly. That was just a bad time. Now Lord is going to march down in bottom lane. They want to focus their attention on the top lane though, but look at Mirio. He's just clearing those waves so quickly.
But it was worth it. The mid turret, it's quite safe, and their teammates are respawning quite soon. And right now, Joseph will just be stealing the blue buff. And so far, this game could go for anybody because look at the map. Map control is on the hands of Team Manipur.
Yeah, map control is in the hands of Team Manipur, and they also have this the power spikes in right now. They're doing good in those team fights, especially Mirio because he was completely ignored from the starting of the match till now. He's farmed up, right, and he can come anytime into those team fights. And one more thing he can do is that split push, which sadly Kyle cannot do. They need to send someone, preferably Hyung, to clear out those lanes, but Hyung himself cannot sustain the damage coming in from Mirio. Look at Mirio, he's just pushing down those lanes back to back. Now Joseph going in on to Zushin, but oh my god, AOG connecting onto two people.
Okay, but there is a clever Winter Crown play coming in. The Raging Sandstorm as well as the Wild Charge connecting into so many people. The Alpha Charge and the Spear takes down Kyle. And right now, Team Nagaland, they are not looking good because 3 people already down, 2 only left to defend. Ranan does take down the Grog on the process, but a trade for so much. Looks like Team Manipur, they are going in ham, they are going in strong, they want the base, but okay, Winter Crown play coming in, there's 1 minion left, but a shutdown coming in from Ranan. Miria wants to go in for the base, but there's not enough minion. They are doing a great defense, but there's another wave coming in. Does Team Manipur want to take it? But no, they'll be playing it a little bit safe. Might want to take down the mid-tier turret. The Moskov just bought his Malefic gun, so he's gonna have the range, and there we go. Mid-tier turret as well lost. Hyung in a little bit of a tight position, but the AOG is coming in as well. 27 in a tight spot too, but the damage is just not yet. He's gonna ride the waves and he's gonna leave the situation without any issues.
Yeah, I mean, just a close save. Thankfully, Raran here used up his retribution on that last minion. Otherwise, I think it would have been GG now. Kyle, though, he is stuck between. I mean, he was trying to go for the Lord. Sadly, his team was not there. Now, Raran got caught out in the bush, and I think this is going to be the game changer. They're not going to be able to contest this Lord. All the remaining inhibitors are broken down, and Meow Meow Gang is going to get this Lord and probably get the game as well, because I don't think anyone can stop Mirio right now. He's just unstoppable. They're not able to catch him whatsoever. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, Hyung, he was the one who was supposed to counter Moscow, but he's getting, chunked down instead.
Exactly, and right now Team Nagaland, this is the issue that they had. They did not try the early snowball. They had such a kill lead, but right now they're suffering because of it. Exactly, and right now look at the base AOG coming in. They are trying to pull off a great defense, but Team Manipur, they're going in quite aggressive. But the Nexus, the Crystal is up for debate and it's gonna get taken down. And Team Manipur, despite the odds against them in the early game, they completely take this game because Nagaland, you relied a little bit too much on Kyle. Okay, James, are you there? Okay, your audio is not coming actually, that's why.
Oh, oh, my bad. I was I'm pulling array. I'm pulling array. Too bad. I was saying okay, now we're back on the castles that was shared. Now I'm not sure how much you guys heard, but I was saying that the composition was team fight oriented, but sadly they were trying to ignore all the objectives and try to push down those lanes, and that's something they probably shouldn't have done. They probably should have contested for those turtles and gotten that early game snowball that the Hayabusa needed, but they chose not to do it, and that's really hurt. And like you were saying, right, Ray, they focus too much on Kyle, but there's only so much Kyle can do when your team is losing those team fights. So it they have the draft was good. It was just the execution. They probably should have gone for those turtles instead. But it's okay. They still have 2 more games. They can come back. But one more thing they failed to do was lock down that Mirio. I mean, Mirio was just unstoppable, always pushing. And then he got that power spike. And then the team fights, you were just not going to win them whatsoever.
Mhm. Exactly. And Shade, you're watching from the Shade. So right now, what's your opinion on the game? Because they did the same draft that they did against ABM, but the execution was really, really bad tonight. So what's your thoughts on that?
Course, Ray, I was watching from the shade, and I saw that map control from the Divine Regime was little bit bad because Meow Meow Gang had the perfect map control. Even they had the draft, and I don't know what really went for the Divine Regime. So, Cassius, tell us what really went wrong for the Divine Regime. How they should have approached the game number one. And this is only the game number one, guys. Both of these teams are testing the waters. We're gonna see the real gameplay on the next game. So, Cassius, tell about it.
You
Yeah,
know,
I think.
basically, let's address the elephant in the room is that I think Team Divine Regime, yesterday Kyle did amazing, right? But you guys are forgetting Kyle only did amazing because it created a window for him to deal all of that damage. Because Raren, you were performing excellent yesterday. Early game was on your hands, and because of that, Kyle was left a little bit unnoticed by Ryu, and because of it, he was able to deal damage. But this game, you were not doing that. You were letting go all of your blue buff. You were letting go all of the turtle. You were only focusing on the gold lane, and Mirio was playing safe, so you couldn't really take down Mirio. You took down Karma hits a few times, maybe 27, but it doesn't really matter. They had Roman EXP. So they, I think the win got a little bit too much into their heads. Maybe I'm not sure because you guys can see that they played a little bit too fixated on fight. You just have to make sure just you're playing normally. Do the jungle things like jungler play the aggression. Try to take down Eden right from the start. Try to take all of the objectives because only if you do that you're gonna get the momentum that Pile really needs. I think they played a little bit too reliant on gold lane this time.
Alright, guys, let me ask you this. This is your last chance. Things are really looking for the divine regime right now. What pill they have to take? Red pill for the draft and blue pill for the map control. Ray, you go first. What pill they have to take?
I mean, usually I say draft, but this time definitely the map control for Divine Regime. It was really lacking.
So,
True.
what pill you think, Ray, they have to take? Red pill or blue pill?
Blue, right? Yeah, blue.
All right, Jins, you tell what pill they have to take? Red pill or blue pill?
I think they need to take both the pills, right? I think they need both the pills to win.
Um,
They
I
need
think
the
Jin's
draft
gonna
and they
review how the pills gonna taste in the end of the game and chat. And you guys also comment down in the chat box what pill they have to take, red pill or blue pill. And I have another pill also, guys. You have to take either white pill because tomorrow might be the last day for giving the 899 diamond giveaway. So please do join our giveaway. And if you like our casters, put hashtag W for Ray and put hashtag W for Chins in the chat box, guys. And I think it's time to hand it over to the caster. The stage is set, so let the draft begin for the game number two.
all right. Now we're back into the draft pick. I don't know. Like Shade was asking, right? Red pill for the draft, blue pill for the map control, and I think the side of Team Nagaland, they need both. They need both. I mean, I think we were discussing it in game number one. They had the draft, they had the CC composition they needed. They're winning those early team fights, but they just focused too much on the goal lane. They probably should have gone for those neutral like objectives instead. And we've repeated it quite a few times, especially me. So I'm just gonna shut up about it for now. It's a new game. It's a new chance for them to get that win and secure that place in the top four. They really need to secure the place because Manipur is safe, right? For now, they're on top two. They're the top two team in the top 10, and they are pretty secure. But Nagaland, they need this win. They need this win. I can see their logos a bit switched up here. Right? Like Meow Meow Gang now representing Manipur, is it? Nagaland.
Okay, they switched sides. They were like, forget about pills. We're just gonna switch sides completely. But yeah, there we go. It's fixed. But yeah, it happens. It happens. Slight technical issues, guys. This is why. Okay, guys, this is for the chat. You say like start the game, and this is why we take a little bit of break. But anyways, jokes aside, yeah, definitely the draft was so good for team uh, Divine Regime in Nagaland, but they fumbled a little bit too hard because you had the CC. You can stop Joseph from taking all the turtles, from taking all the buff, but why? They were like, "Oh, Joseph is taking the blue buff. I'm not gonna mind it." Raren, his presence in the game was not even noticeable because of it. Because as a Hayabusa, your main thing is to snowball as much as possible and take down people individually because that is what your Oogie Shadow Kill really specializes at. But you are not doing it mainly because you're losing farm. I've mentioned it so many times because Joseph was invading every time, and where is the backup? Why isn't anybody coming to stop him? He was level 12 when Joseph was sorry. Raden was still level 8. That is a 4 level gap. Despite the scoreboard, they were leading with a 5-0 jinx. Like you would think that team Nagaland was completely dominating, but Joseph was level 12. Why would you let it happen? Why would you let Joseph free farm so much? And because of it, he got the stacks on the Sky Piercer. Then he dealt damage onto Sojan on that Gatot Kacha, who could not sustain the team fights anymore. Miriam was pushing down the lane so freely because there was no map control. Because Raran, his presence was bad, and because of it, Hume and Sojan, they had to compensate for it. And because of it, they lost all of the lanes. And that is the reason. They have to make sure they play as a team, not just. I mean, I understand you guys are probably hyped because Kyle played absolute like a monster. But just play your regular game, use your regular strategies. And this is obviously no hate or you know we are not biased towards any team. It's just a suggestion because we like to see a great competition, and I feel like it was lacking from the side of Team Nagaland previously.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think we spoke enough about the first game. I completely agree with you. It's just Aaron and the others probably should have, uh, to make Kyle a monster. You don't need to be sticking in the gold lane, right? You need to take those neutral objectives. You need to give him those turtles. You need to give him the space to farm up, and then he's going to start dealing damage. But it's not going to work out if you focus all your attention onto Mirio because Mirio plays with safe, right? He's not someone you can catch out easily. Now, second game though, first game is over. Hopefully, the teams have a fresh mind. And now, second game, we're going to look at the draft here. Manipur banning out the 4 years. They ban out the cutout gacha for the Zushin. And the Zushin as well. Now, Chip, Fanny, as well as Suyu getting banned out from the side of Team Nagaland. The first pick to the side of Team Manipur. They won game number one. And they
There
pick
we
up the
go.
Matilda immediately. Now, is Nagaland going to give up the Alpha? That's what I want
Yeah,
to know.
I mean, yeah, they can probably if they want to go for Kyle's Airtel and Angela combo because I feel like it counters out the Alpha Matilda airlines composition really well. Okay, okay, Kyle is gonna pick up the Moscow and he is definitely locked in because after all, this is their only chance. If they lose out this game, this is gonna be a clean sweep. But okay, Jinx, you're not jinxing anything. Team Nagaland, they are aware they are not gonna give out the Alpha Matilda combo. They don't want Alpha on an airplane, and because of it, yep, the draft you predicted it quite well. But let's see, Team Manipur, you have the funniest thing to do right now. You can pick up the Bruno against Kyle to really flex on him.
It too, but instead they go in for the Aurora. They were like, first game we let you have the CC Queen, but this time we're going to pick her up instead. Maybe they want to pick up the Bruno, or maybe they want to pick up the Nathan, or even the Iritel, right? Those are the
Oh,
few options they have in the gold lane. They have quite a bit. Now, I think Matilda Iritel combo would also work out really good, but they're going to secure the draft with the Khalid once again for 27. He did good last game, right? His rotations were on point. He was struggling just a bit against Hyung in the top lane in the early game, but mid to late game he was almost as invincible as anyone. Now Nagaland finishing up the first phase of draft with the high lows. Now high lows, I think this is a high lows roam, right? You want to dive into the back lane, especially on the Aurora with that alpha, right? They don't have the Matilda, so now the next best option is that high low. So their draft looking pretty secure for now. Now Manipur, the gold lane is where it's gonna matter, right? Are they gonna go for the Airtel Matilda combo? I want to see that. I've not seen that before.
yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen Airtel with many other support, mainly because people have been spamming the Angela Airtel combo quite well. Because I mean, it works, right? Movement speed, shield, heals. What else does Airtel need? And because of it, we've been seeing it off quite lately. But we'll have to see what marksman do they want to
Mm.
go. Because you just mentioned a really good point is that Nathan. Nathan is really immune to Moscow because he can buy the wind of nature, and Moscow cannot do that. So the damage coming in from Holy Crystal combined with the Cyrilium side would be enough to melt down Alpha as well as the Spire. So it is a really good option. But look at that. Team Nagaland, they know a gold lane matchup is going to be really important. So they're banning out a cat. I mean, it's Team Meow Meow. You got to ban out the cat boy, right? So it makes sense. Other than that,
True.
Valentina for the Physics Glacier IMU, it makes sense as well on the paper. So I think we're going to say something quite classic. But I'm really curious to say the mate for Team Nagaland.
Yeah, I was sort of hoping they ban out the Nathan as well, and they do. Now Nagaland, they
There
made
we
a
go.
mistake in the first game. I think they thought the Khalid was gonna go roam, and they banned out Hilda and they banned out
Yeah,
the Hylos, I believe, right?
yes, yes.
Because they thought 27 was going to go roam with the Khalid, but this time they realized that he's going to play EXP, so they focus their attention on the goal, and they ban out the Harith, they ban out the Nathan as well. So that's good. We were talking about the Nathan. It's pretty good against the Moscow. They banned it out because it's a bit risky. He's a marksman, but he's a magic dealer, right? So it's going to be a bit risky. tough. You can't protect yourself with the wind of nature, and it's going to cause Kyle some problems. We know how well Mirio is on that late. Now they banned the Hilda as well. Now Nagaland coming up once again with that Lapu Lapu pick for the side of Team Nagaland. I mean, that's a good pick. I think it's very viable against the Khalid. But Manipur, they have two more options. They need a jungler and then they need a marksman as well. So what are they going to go for? I mean, what if your prediction comes true, your Ray, and they pick up the Bruno?
Okay, Julian locked in. Quite interesting. It's gonna be because I mean, I knew it
Yeah,
was coming.
no,
There we go.
yeah.
They're just flexing on Team Nagaland at this point. I'm sorry for that stupid ass laugh. I just couldn't hold myself because I was waiting to see an Airtel because I thought they might want to change things around, but no, they're gonna flex with the Bruno and the Matilda combo, and it's gonna quite hurt. But Team Nagaland, you can also double down and pick up the Angela just for the gig itself. But let's see. What do you want to pick up? Okay,
No.
Gojo Satoru is gonna make his debut
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, I think Ray, you and me have a bit of a curse going on because they usually when we cast together, teams pick up Bruno, they pick up Golo, Satoru, and then they sort of we are forced to make those jokes, and we're gonna get ourselves fired. I think so. Let's just calm down on those jokes just a bit. But I do like the Xavier pick. Now it all depends on how easily he escapes the Matilda and whoever Matilda chooses to dive into the back lane with, right? It's going to be just a bit tough. I'm not very sure about the Julian pick. I wish he would have probably gone in for a much more better assassin who can actually dive into the back lane, but he locks it up. And now we have two JJK characters in the game. Ray. We have Fushiguro as well as Gojo Satoru. It depends who wins, the student or the teacher.
Yes, because we are looking forward to it. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Northeast Cup, and it's Team Manipur and Team Nagaland facing off in this best of three series onto the Swiss brackets. And I'm going to be your caster, Ray. Joining me is the beautiful and amazing Jinx, who has the best jokes here in the neighborhood. And we have Shade watching from the Shades, which I've used quite a lot. But anyways, the drafts have been finalized, and both of them are looking quite strong. But I'm really, really looking forward to this teacher-student matchup that you mentioned, because Gojo, you have to be a little bit careful. You might be the honored one, but this time they have the airlines. So if there's a plane crashing into you, I don't think Hollow Purple will be saving you.
That is true, right? Matilda definitely is going to be the game changer in this game, but who is she going to dive with? That is the question I have, right? It's probably going to be 27. I'm not sure how well Joseph is going to do when he gets comboed with Matilda, right? Especially on the Julian. So that's why I was saying that maybe if he had picked up someone else, a better assassin. Now we're going to see Ryan once again getting his jungle stolen by Joseph. No, he managed to secure it. I think he does because Joseph is still on that level 3.
Yes. And so far, both of the teams quite even of a matchup. So it's going to be interesting to see how they execute their lineup. So far, I am slightly leaning towards the Matilda composition because that's how broken Matilda is. She gives a lot of mobility, so it's going to be quite interesting. So far, both of the teams just playing a little bit of poking game, but Soljan getting chunked down, being forced to use the Revitalize. And right now, the blue buff is up. Let's see who's going to take it. Jinx, who do you think is going to take it up?
I think the turtle is going to go for the side of Team Yamio Gang. They have a much better position, and Joseph's retribution is always on point now. Zoshan here are trying to drone him out, but they managed to secure the turtle also, as well as 2 kills onto Eden there.
Oh my god, this is the issue when you're facing off against the full magic mid lane. Julian, Aurora, Matilda, they're all hitting so hard because nobody has the magic defense yet, and they're getting chunked down so badly. Like Raren and as well as Hume, they got melted so bad in that engage. Okay, top lane, Purify being used, Hollow Purple coming in quite strong, but Joseph and Karma Heads, they are forced to retreat. Kyle, great positioning and timing from his Purify, survives that dive in, and so far 3-0 on the clock, sorry, 3-0 on the scoreboard. But look at 27, he's doing a really high lane cut.
Yeah, he's just. I mean, that's what Khalid is good at, right? You clear a lane pretty quickly, and then you can sort of rotate to help out your team in those team fights. Now, I think they're going to focus their attention into the top lane. Look at that. We see Alpha coming in for his first gank of this game, but Mirio is just too far for him to even take a risk. Now, we do see Eden trying to give him a bit of space, but now they choose to retreat. Now, I feel like they're making the same mistake they made the first game, right? They're not taking advantage of their composition. They're playing it just way too safe, and they're focusing all their efforts once again on the goal lane here. And now they're back to farming. It's going to probably cause them, if they let the side of Team Meow Meow snowball, they're just going to be unstoppable at this point. Because I mean, I feel like Joseph has way better rotations right now. He's
Yeah,
just
I mean
doing
that
great
is.
in that.
Yeah, he has better rotations, and they also have the Matilda, so making the 120% potential of it. Like that is a Jujutsu Kaisen meme as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, pushing on to JJK memes right now, like I feel like Team Nagaland they're quite suffering because look at that, he got chunked down so badly, he got taken, and right now. Gojo Sato was next on the list, but he will be recalling, and Team Nagaland they're really struggling. And this is actually the game where you're supposed to rely on Kyle because the jungle it's not working out well. Because look at Raden, he's getting invaded. He might not be okay. He doesn't get the blue buff either, and the jungle is extremely struggling because look at that Joseph on a level 8 and Raden still level 7, one level deficient, but it's still massive. And okay, they want to go in for Kyle. He does have the purify. There might be the guiding winds, but look at that. Really surviving that engage, but Sojan coming in with the backup, giving the glorious pathway the movement speed required to escape from this sticky situation. And so far, I am not liking how Mirio is getting farmed up because Team Nagaland, you have to do something about it. Those balls are going to hit really hard in your face.
Yeah, especially because of composition, they have Eden, right, with the Aurora. She's just going to freeze everyone up. You're not going to be able to move, and then you have Mirio coming in and dealing that damage. It's going to really hurt. Now, once again, topping, they're trying their best to defend this turret. I don't think they're going to be able to, but are they going to go in for those team fights? They chose not to because they're severely underfarmed. 3K goal lead deficit on their side. They're not taking any fights, but they're losing all those objectives. They're losing the jungle. Raran having a really tough time in the jungle area. His rotations are very slow compared to Joseph here, who is stuck between 4 people, but he gets that kill and he probably can escape as well along because of that Matilda's guiding winds. Now it's looking tough for the side of Team Nagaland. If they don't come in, what they need is definitely a one good glorious pathway into the backline. I think they might be able to win. For now, nothing much happening. Just they're losing a lot of inhibitors.
They're losing their constructions left and right, even their jungle, rather than having not the best time. I mean, it's a deja vu from the previous game where their attention is
Yeah.
on jungle. They're not able to do anything so far. Look at that. They're getting. He might even get invaded on the red. Okay, that's probably a retribution being forced out. Okay, he doesn't fall to it. Right now, 27. He's getting quite tanky because I like the build of 27 I saw in the last game. He didn't go in for the Thunderbelt. He went full defense so he could sustain a lot more, and because of it he became quite of an invincible thing. I mean, look at that. This time though, he's building Thunderbelt because he's confident. They know they're doing good. Other than that, this turtle is just gonna get chunked down. They're gonna be securing all the objectives, but there is an engage onto the bot lane. There is the circling eagle coming in, but look at the engage from this Eden. That freezes Glacier, freezing two people. Zosian and Gojo Satoru by Kaden gets taken down, and 27 he's still going in strong, wants to take down Raden, who will just be retreating. And Hyung and Raden, they don't have much have options, but okay, top lane, Kyle barely surviving from Joseph. There might be another enhanced dagger coming in from Joseph, or maybe a scythe. Okay, great positioning coming in, but Joseph, you have to be careful. But the Bloodwings are coming in. There's the bravest fighter, but 5 people circling Kyle. He's gonna get frozen and getting taken down by Karma Heads. Hyung tried to buy off as much as time, but look at Kirin. He doesn't even have enough damage to chunk down any bit of health. Mirio though gets taken down by Hylos. That was a little bit of overextension, and so far, that is the first kill on the hands of Team Nagaland. I'm seeing quite the deja vu here, but this time Team Manipur, they are too much on the driving seat to let go of this game, because I feel like unless there's a massive blunder, Team Nagaland, they have this game on their hands.
I think the mid lane rotations definitely failed the side of Team Nagaland. I mean, Kiran is on, the Xavier. His rotation speed is a bit slow. All he's gonna do is probably, unless he gets those three items, he's not going to be able to do much to help your team. And they just have a late game composition all over. It's gonna hurt them quite a bit. They probably wanted. I think a Vexana would have done way better now, as well as Zoshin, right? He is not able to sustain the damage coming in from Eden and Josephine. He's just getting chunked down as soon as he tries to engage. Now, all the side of Team Nagaland can do is try and defend their turrets as much as they can, but look at the rotations. It's a 4-1 rotation, and whoever is the one person who has to defend those lanes, he's going to get caught out because the side of Team Manipur just has better rotations now. Like I was saying, look at that Zoshin getting chunked in. He does manage to escape, but that's one important resource used up just when it's time for the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Manipur, they are just dominating way too much. So many construction objectives, as well as they got all the turtles again. And right now, Team Meow Meow Gang, they're on a different level because I don't think Team Nagaland they can approach it unless this game is dragged on for a little bit too long, which would be a mistake from the side of Team Manipur. I don't think they can stand a chance because Kiran, he's a late game scaling mage, and the only way he can deal damage is the itemization, which he has been getting denied. Look at that, the circling eagle coming in. He uses the flicker to get out of the sticky situation, but so far, not gonna happen that much. I think giving out the Matilda really set the nail in the coffin because I feel like that was a massive mistake on their hands because so far they're not able to match any rotations coming in. Julian here really performing so well. There's not much happening on the top lane though. Kyle getting chunked down. He gets taken. Mirio, he is completely farmed up at this point, and looks like this might be the end because the Lord is coming in from the bot lane. There's turrets being taken off left and right, and so far, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
god.
mean, look at that once again. Miro getting that kill onto Hyung there. He's just dealing massive damage now. Look at that 27 with the flicker play onto them once again. He dives in quite a bit deep, survives that as well, and now they're going to lose that top lane inhibitor before the Lord even marches up. I mean, they're just unstoppable at this point.
Exactly, the Lord is still walking. It still hasn't arrived into the seat, but they're already into the base. They're taking down people left and right because Sozen forced to retreat. But look at the damage coming in from 27 as well as Mirio. He survives, clinging into the wall. They're trying their best to defend, but oh my god, look at the balls coming in from Mirio. They are hitting so hard. Even the Hylos could not sustain. And there we go, a great upset of tonight because Divine Regiment, despite their absolute dominance into the yesterday's matches, they could not do the same against Team Manipur because they reigned supreme. They just showed absolute dominance throughout two games, and it is insane to see that they got a complete clean sweep. Were you expecting this, Jinx? Because I for sure was not, but like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, first game I was surprised, but this game I sort of saw it coming because the rotation speed of the side of Team Meow Meow Gang was just too much, and the side of Team Nagaland just could not keep up with those rotations. It really started to hurt them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, giving out the Matilda, you're sacrificing the rotation immediately. The mid rotation, you're gonna get gapped extremely hard, and that is something you cannot match at all with any hero. That is why she's almost perma banned. But this time they were on the second pick. They had to forcefully ban. They cannot give out the Suyu. They cannot give out the Zushin. But at the end, they had to give out the Matilda, and fully that was the nail in the coffin. And also, I feel like they should have gotten a better mage that could have matched the rotation that was coming in from the side of Team Manipur, and they were not able to do it. I mean, look at the mobility. Like Khalid and Matilda, that is too fast for them to match, but that is a clean sweep. An unexpected one, but Team ML game, they are in the top. And we are going back to our host, Shade. What do you think about this game?
Well, I think the only wrong pick coming is for the Lapu Lapu versus the Khalid. We know from the first game, Khalid was dominating Lapu Lapu. Then why you pick Lapu Lapu? If they didn't work out, you have to change the draft. And we saw Kyle was poking Mario to Big Bruno. I want to see you on the Bruno. And we see the things are really went wrong on the EXP lane because Khalid was clearing the way faster. He was cutting the lane and he was joining the team fight and he was stealing the Alpha jungle. Maybe that what it went wrong for the side of Nagaland Divine Regime. So, Caster, how do you think the Divine Regime should have approached the game in a rightfully way? Do you think if they have approached the game rightfully, do you think if they have a chance to win against the Meow Meow gang?
I mean, just a few mistakes, right, Ray? I think just a few mistakes in the draft pick. I think the last two picks. I mean, I feel like Lapu Lapu is fine against uh, uh, the you know who's that hero? Why did I forget his name again? Khalid, right?
Khalid.
Why? I think he's fine against the Khalid, but I think that Hylos as well as the Xavier pick is where it really failed them. They could not dominate, especially since Xavier's a mid to late game. He's not going to be able to move that fast compared to Matilda and Aurora combination. The mid lane control just went completely to the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, and it really started to hurt them. And Raran as well, right? He was playing a way too safe, right? As soon as I saw that first, engage where four people came into his jungle to steal his small creep, I sort of knew that he was just not going to be able to do it because he was just playing it too safe and he was just always, he was like, I don't want to take a fight. I don't want to take a fight. Like, let Kyle farm up and then we'll take fights. And that's just not how you want to play the game. I think the draft was a bit not on their side. But the gameplay as well, that just the rotations were just not on point, right? It was way too slow.
And that's exactly what I also want to say, Jins. They were really dependent on Kyle a lot and putting a lot of pressure on Kyle, where they have to be on their spot as well. And Meow Meow gang was like, this jungle is our area. This is our territory. We won't let you farm anywhere. Meow Meow gang was everywhere in the jungle, taking down the Alpha jungle as well. And with this victory, Meow Meow gang might be going to the land event because they are so close, and this is the opportunity that ABM, Execute Esports, and Revenge of Others are looking for because Divine Regime is down now. Divine Regime is on the 5 points, and Revenge of Others will be also on the 5 points. And next, we have ABM versus Execute Esports. Both of them are in the 4 point. We might have to see who is going to be joining up with them. And also the Battle of the Crown, the next contender for the LAN event, Sikkim versus Zohant. I mean, the IGN represent the Sikkim and Zohant they represent the state Mizoram will be going up against next Castle. What do you guys think about it?
Okay, Team ABM, they have a lot to prove because they have a little bit of lineup changes, probably due to availability, perhaps scrims practice. It could be anything, but a few lineup changes, and they are having a little bit of time to, get into it, into form. So I think they might be into form tonight because lately, I mean, we've seen they have lost quite a few matches and they are down in the leaderboard. They were in the top few days ago, and right now they're, I think, not even in the top four at this position. So they have to put their game up if they want to come to the LAN event, guys, because only the top 4 events will be coming to Guwahati. So I think they're gonna put their game faces on. They're gonna have to perform well because Zohan, they have been a team that at first many people were not expecting that much. They have been they've been playing quite well. They've been defeating teams left and right, and this I think this is possibly a revenge match because I feel like ABM and Zohan they face off each other and Zohan won't. So this is going to be a revenge for ABM, and they can have the chance to take the victory, take their glory back again. So it's going to be exciting, guys. I think a lot of viewers are waiting for it to see it again, and all the fans of the other team. So it's going to be interesting.
So, guys, before we close, do you want to say anything to the fans that are watching today, Ray and Jins?
We love you.
Uh, Thanks
And
for
guys,
watching.
yeah, go ahead, Jins. Go ahead.
No. I just said thanks for watching. I mean, there's not much to say. I was sort of rooting the side of Team Nagar, and I'm a bit disappointed. But I mean, I think they have one more chance tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
tomorrow.
it's looking a bit risky because if ABM wins this match, I'm not sure how the side of Team Nagaland is going to qualify. Right? I think ABM goes back to the top four slot, and I don't know. I mean, I just hope. I'm rooting for them, but we have to wait and
Mhm.
watch what happens.
Ray, do you
Exactly. I
know
mean,
why Divine Regime lost today? Do you know why?
um,
But
the
Because
the
they
Hilda
haven't
first.
No,
Yeah,
no, they haven't
exactly.
picked the Federin pick. You know, Jins was saying
Okay.
if whoever gets the Federin pick will win the game, and they haven't picked the
Yeah.
Federin pick. Maybe that's why they lost today.
Jinxed it. There was no Fredrin. Guys, come on. Nagaland, you gotta pick the Fredrin next time. Whenever Jinx is casting, you have the Fredrin Jinx blessing.
Yeah, you have my blessings with the Fedden, but I mean, I think you can see it from my face that I'm very disappointed.
Okay, I know. I know who's that. Kronos will be joining us soon, guys. So yeah,
And
Jade, you can take it away.
And guys, why you spend your savings on a new epic skin in MLBB? Because you can join our Battle Knights giveaway who are giving free 899 diamonds for free, guys, for free. Only thing you have to do is sacrifice a little bit of your time. No kidney donations are required for this event. This is no scam event, guys. Please do join our free 899 demons. All I have to do is comment your IGN, the team you are supporting, and the state. And do you guys want an inside scoop of the Northeast Cup without breaking into the bank? Just swing by our WhatsApp group and Discord for the juicy details, guys. The link is in the description. Kindly check it out. And this is your shade signing off with my co-casters, partners in crime, with my crew, Ray and Jins.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to tell you that I just received my cosplay outfit. I am so excited for